Hey everyone. I don't know why it took me so long to get it. Today I'm like, get up, okay? Get it together. Um, so now we have it together, so here we are. Here we are, all alone on YouTube. Quincy. Not him posting a rare picture of me, my mom, and my dad. Quincy, you're defeating the purpose. See, your mom passed away, right? Your father, I'll be sure, is still alive. What it gives with you and Albie's relationship is that it's still pretty much like non-existent. So Quincy, you don't get to show empathy while ignoring a living parent. I'm going to give empathy and love to my mother who's deceased. And I'm going to acknowledge that, because I mean, who knows better than you that life is short? Love on people while you can. Not to mention, your father, I'll be sure, almost died a few years ago. Coma, all of that. You want a NAM picture? We didn't even visit him. Yeah. I don't know. I think it shows that you're like low-key evil, because that's evil. That's evil. It really is. Because it's like your mom's deceased, so who knows better than you? It's like, you should know, like, I need to get into my father's life. I'm not even that. I should let father in, because clearly Quincy has been publicly trying to show his son that he loves him for a long time. You know, like, it's obvious. It's not anything that you need to, go and ask. You see it. You see it. Like, he really loves his son. I do think there is some friction, but I don't think it can't be worked out. I don't think Quincy to work it out. I think his mind is made up. And I think Diddy made up his mind. I think that's what that word. Hello, everyone. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Tawana, Hitty Case, Sandra, Common Sense, LaRon. Oh my God, I love you, LaRon. And so, yeah, I don't know. Saw the picture of his mom. I've seen the twins did too. I don't like Diddy's kids. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I don't like children. Not one bit. Not one bit. Because I feel like they're trying to carry like a torch for him. I think it's weird. I've said time and time that all of his children should fall back. You, as a parent, I would not want, and I've said this time and time again too, as a parent, and I was going through these allegations, I won't want my children nowhere near any of this. I won't want them near it. Why? Because we know them out of association. We know them. So, with everything that he's going through right now, association. Eventually, Diddy is going to become a boring villain. So, I need to villainize other people. Who you think America gonna choose? Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Now, see, it will be harder for the next villains to become them if they stay far away from it. If they stay far away from it. Target them for what? It's like, leave them alone. Like, they can't help what he did, you know? They're minding their business. They've been implemented in a lot of stuff that he's done, Christian and mainly. They've been implemented and stuff. We haven't heard everybody's story, so we don't know what Quincy may have done, what the twins may have done. We don't know. Baby Love. I mean, honestly, out of all the people that I was, that's who people wouldn't target the baby. I don't think she would be targeted, but her mom would. Correct. Correct. So we don't know. We keep hearing stories about minors and stuff like that. Keep hearing it, right? I've heard it. You've heard it. So we keep hearing stories about minors and that a lot of these minors got around due to being like invited. Why would I feel like it's not possible for Christian, Justin, even the twins to and Quincy have been being involved? Correct. Correct. If Justin was allegedly bringing and, going out and recruiting males and males to bring around, if Christian was allegedly doing the same thing, we don't know how long this has been going on. Did this start as minors? How long have they been doing it? They all just started at 18? Or what? Yet we keep hearing minor, 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 underage, underage, underage. When he had Ava Combs, at home with his daughters, was Ava there in a bunch of pictures with Diddy? Or was he in a bunch of pictures, Ava in a bunch of pictures with the girls? So if something was to have happened to Ava, and since she was a little girl, we seen her in pictures with the twins. If Ava was to come forward and says has been happening since I was like 7 or 8, or anything like that, why would we overlook the twins? Because if they brought Ava around, you don't think there's more? You don't think that? Ava has her own parents. Who? Diddy and Kim? Out of all the people that have done commentary on Ava, you've never seen her parents. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what Ava's parents look like. Put a 1 in the chat if you know Ava's mom's name. Put a 1 in the chat if you know the father's name. Kayla, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody bothering him. It's his content. Don't like him, move on. I'm not doing requests right now. I said put a 1 in the chat. It's your boring ass. I said put a 1 in the chat, weirdo. This is my show. Monkey see, monkey do when you over her. Y'all don't have to time her out. Yeah, I'm not one of those creators. If I say something to somebody, let them speak. Because I would hate for a content creator to be saying something to me, and then I want to say something back, and then they might say, why not? He said something to me. That's how I look at it. I'm not scary. It's not, my feelings has never been hurt on YouTube. No one's gonna hurt my feelings. I can dish, I can take. I most definitely can. But I'm just saying, from my perspective, if I was talking and a content creator decided to pinpoint my comment, I want to respond. I want to say something. That's all. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please. Like, no one's gonna hurt my feelings. I promise. It's damn near impossible. So, yeah. But yeah, no one's picking on them. I'm keeping it real. Because it's no different than the victims. If you noticed, I haven't done any commentary on any victim that has came forward speaking, the Adrias and people like that and whatnot, because I don't care. Correct. Yeah. My focus is on the victims that want justice. I don't understand how people are talking on things when, one, they haven't won a lawsuit, hasn't been settled, thrown out, whatever. And then two, there's a whole trial going on. Like, hasn't even started. I really don't see what would I be listening to. Yeah. I care about the people that are going to be in court. So when the trial starts, Those are the victims that I'll be talking about, the ones that matter. Because they're definitely like dumbing down this situation. Court speaking on it, it makes it look like a circus. It makes it look like a joke when so many people are coming forward and all you hear is name after name after name after name after name, but nothing has been done. So it's futile to me at this point. I'm for the people that truly want justice, not the ones that want to be seen. I don't care about those people. No disrespect. It's none at all. And it's honestly no sweat off my back because I believe in protecting victims because victims do need protection. They do. It's a very serious thing because these will be the same people that'll sit down and say this and this and this and this, all of the stuff that's viral, public opinion. They'll sit down and say all of those things, but then run to the internet talking, oh, they're trying to do this to me. They're trying to hurt me. They're trying to harm me. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Because ain't none of those curators that they sit with whatnot gonna protect them. All they care about is money. That's it, that's all. That's how I look at it. They don't care about these people. They're not at all. Y'all are a dollar sign, you know, and shout out to y'all for that. But yeah, I'm just not interested. I'm really not. And I'm also not into content creators that don't keep it real. I keep it real, whether I'm doing it for a bag or not, it's gonna be a real bag. A lot of people that aren't black, that's on Diddy, they truly annoy me. And the reason why is because what happened to Mike Jeffries? What happened to him? So you have these other creators that are not black people, and they'll diddy all day long. But then when their people that look like them are apprehended, they fall underneath the radar. This is why. How is Diddy's story bigger than Mike Jeffries when they've basically done the same thing? Diddy gets no bail, none of that. Mike Jeffries kicking it at the crib. See, a lot of these content creators that aren't black do not like to admit that they find when black people go through things, very bad things, they find it very entertaining. They do. It becomes entertainment. Because because these could be the same people literally contacting people that are around Mike Jeffries. He's free. So with him free, and people have done documentaries, all type of stuff. Nobody's reaching out to those people. Nobody's trying to get stories out there. You know, none of that stuff because they don't care. It's not entertaining to them. They'd rather, you know, hop and skip and do the river dance on our backs because us going down is entertaining, you know, when they never wanted us to be up in the first place. So, well, they love a good downfall of a black man. You know, see people like that, they didn't waste their time doing documentaries on Diddy. Why are we doing a documentary on Mike Jeffries? If he can take time to sit 50 feet away from a screen that's not even in the studio with him, he can't do that with Mike Jeffries people. Can't do that with them. But they break their necks to talk about our people, to make documentaries about our people. Yeah, they absolutely do. They'd be tripping over each other to get in front of that camera to talk about our people. Because us creating and whatnot is entertaining to them. They love it. You don't think Harvey's sitting around with his friends and close constituents and stuff, calling him, hitting him up like, oh, so love the downfall of the love the documentary. Okay. Items and stuff, these black women and stuff. Oh yeah, they'll pull them right. Oh yeah, yeah. Come talk about all y'all pain and y'all hurt and being shot in the face and being R-worded and being held against your will. Oh yeah. Give it to us, 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 give it to us. Because they find it entertaining. 100%. Our pain is very entertaining to them. Absolutely. If not, they would keep the same energy. They don't. You would think this thing with Vince McMahon, and I keep bringing him up. You think it'd be everywhere. You think everybody would be talking about it. He has many victims, many, and hundreds when it comes to him. And a lot of them are all alive and still kicking. Let's not make this 50 years ago. It wasn't. Try 2025, 30, tops. Those people are still very so much. People could be very so much contacting them and getting their stories out there. And when that, but why? To take down a white man? Oh no. Mm-mm. Not at all. Oh no. Mm-mm. But let Vince McMahon have been black. Yeah. Let Diddy have the WWE. It'll be everywhere. Let 50 Cent have bought the WWE. Dr. Dre, somebody like that. It'll be. Mm-hmm. Oh, the downfall of Dr. Dre. The downfall of Ice Cube. They love it. They love it. But when it's their people, crickets. See, they want to mention these people in passing, but then move right on. Back to us. So no, I don't get any joy or anything out of talking about Diddy and whatnot. Not at all. I am happy for the victims, though. Very so much happy for them that they don't have to look over their shoulder every 5 minutes. They need to know that there are people out here that look like them that also support them. And I do. It's never going to be a game to me. That's not a joke to me to sit around and talk about a person's trauma, especially these black women, because there's so many black women that have been exploited and will continue to be exploited throughout this process. These people, they don't care about justice. They care about being viewed because they can have the same conversation behind the scenes. Them coming on these platforms, talking about what happened to them, what has changed? It's not therapeutic because you can do it on your platform. Yeah. Shout out to the dopest bird and people like that. I could go check out what happened to her and how she feels on her platform. I don't need to go listen to nobody else. For what? For what? I've been believing Natanya. Believed her since she said it in the 90s. I've been believed her. And I did coverage on her, I would say she was telling the truth. I never said she was a liar, and because she's not. She's not. And it shouldn't have to take her to go on national TV, onto the news and all of that stuff for people to believe her. Why? Why does it take all of that? For what? Yeah, I always found that weird. I'm like, why does she have to do all of this in order for people to now want to talk to her? Should have been wanting to talk to her because she's been telling the truth. But these people don't care. You know, they care about me, which again, that had nothing to do with me. So, but yeah, I'm not going to exploit people and whatnot for a dime because what happens to them after that, I'm the type of person that's going to be worried, you know, that's going to be concerned. I don't want nothing to happen to them. I don't. I don't want somebody to be calling them, threatening them, saying what to do, people leaving stuff on their property, you know, because it's been happening. It's been happening. It's been stated that Cassie relocated when we first seen her in New York. Allegedly, she wasn't there to meet with the prosecution or anything like that. She's moving. Like, why wouldn't she? You don't think, and he was out. He was free before, you know, he had a few months, actually, he blew up a car where she was. So, but you have people out here that are literally reaching out to Cassie for comment, reaching out for her to talk. No, she has 2 children. She needs to keep them safe. This ain't no game. Like, y'all really think like it's entertainment. No, these are people's lives. Shit is real, you know? And I understand and recognize that as a black person. I know how we are. If we said we gonna do something. We gonna pop, we gonna pop. We looking for you. Like that, you know, I know how we are, you know? So like this, you know, may be a joke to you, but you know, these are these people's real lives, you know? So I don't know how people are. So we're very ruthless. Sure will. For $50, we'll make something happen. So imagine what we do for 500, 1,000, 20,000, 50,000. Imagine what we will do. So there's a lot of desperate people out here. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Okay. So as big as this case is, people would not mind literally biting the bullet if it's going to change either them or their loved one's life, even for a short amount of time. So yeah, I don't view this a game. I don't. This is very so much serious. Yes, it's content, 100%, but these are still people's lives. Absolutely. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So Diddy's breaking the rules in jail. Prosecution has started two different, basically, open investigations on him internally in prison. Okay, he has been, I mean, super breaking the rules. Even that phone call, that recall that he had put out about when it was his birthday, he shouldn't have even done that. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to get into he's allegedly been buying contraband and weapons and whatnot while he has been in jail. And with these cell phones and stuff that he has been purchasing underneath the radar and paying the other inmates to let him use, because a lot of these calls, some calls got, put out there. And a lot of think the calls are fake or are AI, things and that. I don't think so. I very so much think the calls are real. And I think that they are from Diddy because of the prosecution subjecting paperwork into the court into the judge about the things that he has been doing in jail, allegedly coercing once again and intimidating witnesses, getting his children to do his dirty work. Yes, getting his kids to do his dirty work. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. This is another reason why I say like his children should stay as far away from this as possible because it's easy to villainize them. It's easy to turn them into villains. Like, why wouldn't they're grown? Besides the twins, which is about to be grown in a couple months. So yeah, we ain't trying to hear that. Oh, they only 18. So me no care. Me no care. It's best they stay away from this. Why would you want your kids near this anyway? I would already be mortified because you know that they're going to feel it either way. Rather they talk about it, don't talk about it, ignore it, go on out to the world. None of that matters. Still being discussed because, again, none of them are actually famous, okay? None of them. They are all famous sperm. Let's just keep it real. They're all famous embryos. Bastard stardom. Because all of them bastards. And I'm a girl. Nope, they're bastards. Nope. I don't want to hear it. 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 The bastards. The bastards. So, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, well. They all have siblings except the motherfucking twins, girl. Oh, well. Whatever. Bastard. So, baby love, you're a bastard. Like, I mean, that's what it is. I tell the truth when it comes to these damn churn. Y'all always want me to sugarcoat stuff. No. Baby love is a little beautiful bastard. She a little cute little bastard. Bastard out of California. Like, I mean, it is. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Yes, that's me. I'm being politically like correct. They're little bastards. It's okay. A lot of us is bastards too. We all right? Oh my God. I'm gonna need a lot of y'all parents that was up under the bleachers to calm down. Oh, got y'all damn nerve. Like, so, but yeah, so we're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna get into all of that. But until we get to 5, we're talking about none of that shit. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Now, I seen Badonia Tyson. Oh, girl. I seen Mike Tyson. Y'all know him and that boy. What's his name? Jake Paul was one of the Pauls. Yeah, Jake Paul. He fought Mike Tyson last night over there on the nets of the flicks. Okay, they had a Mandingo fight. Over there. If you never seen one of the slavery fights, you missed odds. You missed odds. So they went 8 rounds, Lord. Gross. They went 8 rounds. Mike Tyson, why his booty look like massive? Why does his booty look like mattresses? Couch cushions. Gross. Flap, jacks. I mean, super flat. Like Michael, you can't do a squat or two. Like, oh my goodness, gross. Look, gross. Look like the drapes moving in the living room, girl. Like, ew. Put that up. Like, put it away. Um, Now they went 8 rounds. I feel like this. Of course they said that Jake Paul won. Okay. Whatever. My baby daddy Drake, he put like 331,000 on the game. It's nothing, it's nothing, It's nothing. Chump change. And I'm a girl, it's like, oh wow. I mean, it's a couple dollars. I mean, to Drake. It's a couple dollars. I feel like Mike Tyson did phenomenal to be 58 years old and in a rink fighting with someone, what, 20, 30 years younger than him. I think that is a great accomplishment to not have been in the boxing ring for as long as he's been in the boxing ring, and to get in the ring and not only get in that ring, but go 8 rounds. I think that he's 58, 59, something like that. That's great. Even if it was for the play. Like, I think that that's great. Like, but I feel like the 50s and 60-year-olds should be really happy. Like, the 50s and 60-year-olds should be really happy. You know how people love to call y'all old, and I'm a girl. Now these youngins understand when y'all say that y'all beat their ass. Now they understand what y'all be talking about. Or now they understand what y'all be talking about in them. So that's just what that word. That's just what that word. I really don't understand why Mike did not bite his ear off. I really did not understand that. I'm like, Mike, this is probably definitely gonna be like your last fight. Bite something. I was very disappointed about that. Bite him in his arm, his head, something. I'm like, why don't you not bite him? Instead, he biting the boxing gloves like pit bull. He looked like the Rottweiler. He looked like. I said, bite him. Oh my God. I was like, ugh. I was very ashamed. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to buy him immediately. We in the 7th round still, you ain't bit nothing. So you got your nerve. You got your nerve. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know why I feel like I could beat Jake Paul ass. Like, for some reason, I'm still not scared of him. I don't want to fight Mike Tyson. I don't want to fight him. Not at all. My here. My 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 you got your damn nerve. Okay? Now that's just what that were. But I'm still not scared of Jake Paul. Jake Paul, I was still wearing your shit. That's how I feel. Yeah. That's just where I'm at with it. I'm not a feel. I hit you right here. Anytime. I don't care who you fight. Like, I'm not scared of you. Like, you're not scary to me. Like, at all whatsoever. I don't ever seen a white man that I won't hit. I'm not as scared of white men. I will fight any white guy. I don't know. I've always been like that. Like, I just don't view y'all a challenge. I'm just keep it real. I might even pump them on like Miyagi. If I say Mr. Miyagi, I might consider waxing on, waxing off. But when it comes to a cosmic occasion, when it comes to a Christopher Columbus, when it comes to a European, I wish you square in your shit and not think twice about it. Absolutely. Y'all are worth going to jail. That to me. All of that. I promise you. Yeah. It's just ain't none of y'all been, born that I will hit you square in your mouth. And I'm serious. I don't give a like. I've always been like that. Call it prejudice. Call it what you want. I will beat your ass, Holmes. Like, I will definitely run up and I will throw things across the bar. I will jump tables. All of that to get to you. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I don't know. I still just want to hit him right here. That's just what that word. But shout out to Mike Tyson. I think that this was great. I think that this was great. 100%. Paul, I will never take seriously. How you go from doing stunts, how you get Kaisa not take your spot, and then you a boxer. Okay. Your brother, like, yeah, y'all weird. Y'all have always been weird. Y'all have always been weird, and y'all gonna stay that way. But yeah, please don't ever feel like. I mean, this is somebody like Mike Tyson, someone that has been boxing his entire life. Made a real career out of it. Took the sport seriously. Got respect across the world, not the America, the world. Yeah, we're never gonna take you seriously. As a boxer, it's literally like hilarious. That you actually like feel like you like one too with them little bitty Burger King hands. Over there too is hilarious. It is definitely hilarious. I'm like, with those fingers, can you even get to the G spot? Because your finger like, it's like, can you even get to the G spot? Like those little bitty hands, and like, go sit your soft arse down, like, please. J. Paul. I found the fight a joke from when I heard of it. Just Paul being in it at all was a joke. I'm like, this is a joke, right? This is real. Mhm. Interesting. Interesting. Um. Okay. Yeah. Um. So I see y'all posted Kamala and Mike Tyson losing in the same month. Might send me to the. Kamala did it. Yes, she did. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Javante Davis said he want to get in the ring. Now I know Javante only like 4'2", 4'3", but I love Javante, and I think Javante Paul that'd be a decent fight. I would definitely tune in for that. I want to see Javante knock out. I sure do. Shout out to Javante Davis. Okay. I think that'd be a good fight. I think it'd be a good fight. Now Javante is a shorter guy, but I don't feel like that should matter. He's a real boxer, no matter how tall he is. How about that? He is a real boxer, so, and I'm a girl. Okay. Now let's get into Ray J. We move into, the contraband. We're almost to 500 likes. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please. The like. I see y'all in chest, and Javante will finish him. Yeah, I love Javante. I think Javante is a great boxer. And I think that would be a good fight. Why wouldn't it be a good fight? That would be a great fight. Like, a great fight. Who y'all want to see in the ring, since they're letting anybody go in it now? Who y'all want to see in the ring? Not Orlando versus Ray J. Ray J needs to be on some meds, okay? Ever since Diddy done went to jail, he don't know which way to go. He thought Diddy had his back. He thought Diddy was gonna protect him. Now Diddy ain't gonna protect him. Girl, now he need to figure out which victim. He don't remember which victims he took and which ones he didn't, which ones was conscious, which ones wasn't. So, he's all over the place. Brandy, come get your damn brother. Oh my goodness. So now y'all know Ray J was talking about, or was telling Jamal Bryant, whatever interview that they had conducted, which we know now because it's been released. He was telling him that he better not release the interview. And it's like, why not? Like, why can't he release? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's a little couple snippets from it, so we're gonna listen to those snippets. Ray J says he has thought about Nicki Minaj every day since their IG live. I felt like I was in some dominatrix skit. I think about Nicki every now. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. And for y'all who wasn't there, Nicki brought Ray J on her. She was live. Then she brought Ray J up. She talked to Ray J for a little bit, but he just was tripping. Like the whole time he was up there. Like Nicki wasn't tripping. Like she was like, asking like real questions, and he was just being weird. Like it was like very off-putting and uncomfortable because you could tell even Nicki was uncomfortable. Nicki was just like, wait a minute, like, wait a minute. So let's see what he had to say about the Nicki encounter on IG.
Your thoughts were from your conversation with Minaj.
This is Jamal Bryant
I always
and Ray J.
And you know, I'm 97.5% divorce. 97.5. It's almost there. I'm at 3-yard line. We almost got to the end result, and then my ex-wife said, "You know what? I'm gonna represent myself."
Your 3% ex-wife. Yo, my fault. Your 2.84% wife.
So that's where we are with that. With Nicki, I felt like it was character to character. And I felt like I was in some kind of like dominatrix skit.
Dominatrix? What?
Is dominatrix a sin?
No, go ahead.
Not what y'all had going. that wasn't dominatrixy at all, girl. But okay, Brandon brother. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like.
It felt like it was fun. I'm not gonna even lie. I think about it every day.
Why?
I think about Nicki every day now.
Crazy.
In what way?
Yeah.
In ways that nobody even want to be, right? Because again, she is a married woman.
What? What? What?
I made it I made my point to every time I addressed her on the interview. It was Mrs. Petty.
Yeah.
It wasn't an interview.
It's never on no junky stuff like that, but some of the things that she was saying to me just left me stuck, you know, and I haven't been able to be the same since.
What the yo? Yo. Shout out to all the people that sent stuff. Shout out to can I tap it? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I be rambling and I just be talking. Lord, somebody sent me a super sticker. Thank you so much. Somebody gifted memberships. Thank y'all. So let me tap on it. I love you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much. I so much appreciate. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just sometimes just get on here and I keep talking, man. I don't want to shut the fuck up. But I love you guys.
Tell me what your thoughts were from your conversation with Nicki Minaj.
I always love Nicki.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm 97.5% divorce. 97.5. So I'm almost there.
And then you said again, like that
3-yard line. We almost got to the end result, and then my ex-wife said, "You know what? I'm gonna represent myself." So that's where we are with that. With Nicki,
it's
I
like,
felt like it was character to character, and I felt like I was in some kind of like dominatrix skit. Is dominatrix a sin?
No, go ahead.
it's a thing. It's just not that. I promise. I promise, that friend. It was not that real.
It felt like it was fun.
She called you up there because them boys, the gay sons, was all outside. Homie, don't let me get up now. Just say let me go. Dad said get him. Dad said get him. Dad said get him. Let me go, yo. And then Chris Brown got up. I can't let this go on. Okay? So that's what happened. Chris Brown had got out the car and get up, jumping from the wall, and I don't hear nothing but ladies song. He got out doing the Matrix. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, what it is. So, and I'm a girl. So, Chris Brown just got out the car. Pop it. Ooh. So, he got out the car like, let me tell you. Yeah. So, and I'm a girl. What? So he had got out the car and Ray J was over there, till my baby's born, till my baby's born. And then they trying to pull him back. Ray J has been the thing. He's still trying to get out, you know, and all of that stuff. And I'm a girl. And he's screaming and all of that stuff. He called Brandy, get in your car. Brandy, come run him over. So, and I'm a girl. So all they had went down. So Nicki had, you know, being nosy, she wanted to know, girl. Me too. Me too. So I wanted to know too. I said, yeah, Nicki, I'm girl. Hurry up. Nicki asked him what happened with him and the Diddy gay sons, girl. Outside. Now y'all know that because Quincy is too pretty to fight it. Quincy is way too pretty to fight. Like he ain't got time for all that, girl. That's why he got pop out and the show stopped because he's too pretty to fight. Like we ain't got time for that. So, yes, so that's what called him up there for. And then he's talking about some dominatrix. And what? Ray J. Oh my God. You're giving them, my son. You're giving that. Okay? You give an edit from that, so if you can gaze into the future. Girl. That's just what they were. Girl.
I don't even lie. I think about it every day. I think about Nicki every day now.
In what way?
In ways that
CNJ said, can you tell us about Diddy taking hit from something? Who you talking about, Lori Harvey? You talking about Lori?
that nobody even want to be, right? Because again, she is a married woman. I made it I made my point to every time I did her on the interview, it was Mrs. Petty.
Yeah.
Never on no junkie stuff like that, but
What?
some of the things that she was saying to me just left me stuck, you know, and I haven't been able to be the same since.
Moving right along. Ray J made a post. He says, I'm about to post all my stuff on X. Since I'm having a meltdown, I'm about to air out all my mistakes I made and been making lately. By taking extreme accountability and showing y'all the worst of me, hopefully will lead me to long-term peace. Stand by. If you go watch my last video that I had, I think it was my last video, that I had, well, no, the video before last, because we came for just to promote the Surviving that we dropped. But the one before that, my live. I said that Ray J's acting like this, going over there to Harvey from TMZ, being a part of the Diddy Downfall documentary, because he is afraid. Okay? He is fearful. When you were on all of them substances and all of that stuff and all of the things that were going on and whatnot, I think that he's afraid. So him trying to talk to victims and stuff like that, because like I said, why would Ray J talk to any victim? For what? Talk to victims for what? Are you a victim? Because if you're not a victim, why are you wanting them to reach out to you? Why do you want to talk to them? Why would they be trying to contact you in the first place? Because no one looks at Ray J as a victim. Now, I think this was like Usher or Justin Bieber, you know, something like that. A lot of people look at them as victims. They do. They look at them as victims. But when it comes to Ray J, no. Nobody looks at him that way. So what would I could see a male victim wanting to reach out to Usher, hearing certain things happen to him. I could see a victim wanting to reach out to Justin Bieber. I could see a female victim wanting to reach out to Cassie. I could see those things. They're victims. But when it comes to Ray J, he don't give victim. He don't give that. Okay? It gives that you are fearful, that you want to talk to these people so that you can get ahead of the story. Because you don't know what's going to be said about what and what's going to be said about who. And I think that you're afraid that your image is fall like Diddy's when you felt like Diddy was going to protect y'all. Like he had done for so many years. Y'all felt y'all secrets were safe. They're not. Diddy getting locked up scared y'all. Like, why wouldn't, if you're one of his accomplices, like a Stevie J, because even Stevie J speaking, he was literally with Diddy until damn near the day he got arrested. And now you're on downfalls of him and telling people how disappointed you are in him and Shaggy? Where is this energy coming from? Where is this energy coming from? Okay, it's giving that y'all are just as responsible for a lot of those things that happened, and a lot of because it's been happening for so long, you don't remember. So people coming out of the woodwork from the 1990s, the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, and whatnot. Yeah, now y'all starting to panic. You're starting to worry. That's what it has always given with Ray J. And I've already said this. So now let's listen to what he said again with a new pair of ears. So Ray J says, and this was yesterday, I'm about to post all my stuff on Twitter. Since I'm having a meltdown, I'm about to air out all my mistakes I made and been making lately. So that's him hoping, like, if I put all my tears, the things that I'm afraid of, the things that I shouldn't have done. Sometimes I probably did break the law when I was with Diddy and others, and whatnot. I'm going to put all that out there. And hopefully, I'm forgiven for it. Hopefully y'all don't, right now, the scrambling is coming from fear. Diddy never had to worry about this type of stuff while he was free. But when him being locked up, because y'all remember Ray J went on national television and said booty's being taken stuff. He's even apologized. He's even taken that back. And what it's like, well, why? Like, slow down. Like, you're doing too much because this is all guilt, that is coming out. All guilt, And the people that wanted to help him deal with these things, his enablers, like the Diddy's, the one that could reel him back in, the Princess Loves and all of that, he losing all of the people that are close to him. Mm-hmm. That's why Diddy is falling to his children and having them carry out the things that he needs carried out because the people that he would normally be dependent on are jumping ship. They're leaving. So you can only say this information, especially what's going on right now. He can only say it to somebody he trusts. Who can he trust more right now than his own children? Okay? I've always said even when the about the alleged fight that happened outside of the Halloween party a few weeks back, and Chris Brown got involved, I said I feel like Diddy sent his sons after Ray J, and I do feel that. I still feel that way. Mm-hmm. I feel like Diddy told them to get him, and I don't think that he meant like literally them, but they're spoiled and whatnot that they probably took it literal. I feel like hire somebody or get somebody to handle him, scuff him up real bad, whatnot, tell him to shut his mouth. And I think that they went another way. But I still feel like it was him that told him to do. So he said, airing out all my mistakes I made and been making lately by taking extreme accountability and showing the worst of me. That's admitting guilt. That is him literally admitting, I've done some bad things. I have. Regardless of him deleting this post or not. It's one of the most honest things he said. This is when the scrambling and the spiraling comes from because they need to say things like this because this makes sense. Him sitting on Jamal Bryant, a place like that stuff coming out of his mouth doesn't make sense. It doesn't at all. Him sitting over there with Nicki Minaj on her IG talking to her, that did not make any sense. He did not make any sense. But this, I fluently understand what he's saying. Fluently understand what he's saying. No Name says, so has he posted anything on Twitter? Or no, he has not posted anything incriminating on Twitter to himself. He's made a post on Twitter. But he ain't made no post about dropping tea on himself. He has not. And I'm sure the people on his team are discouraging him from doing so because this is definitely guilty conscious speaking. Because think of this. All these lawsuits that are out there, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, 374 likes. Thank you to everybody who has the screen thus far. I really appreciate it. If y'all could keep on doing that, I could appreciate that too. Please hit the like, over 700 people in the building. Please hit the like, I really appreciate it. Think about all the lawsuits, all of the allegations, and everything that has come forward about Diddy and other celebrities. Has Ray J been named? No. So there's no reason for him to be scrambling. What is he doing all this for? Why? Guilty conscience. Correct. Extremely guilty about something and you want to be honest, like it's been on your soul for so long, it's going to be hard to stop it. Eventually, the things that we use, the substances, whether drugs, alcohol, whatever we use to try to sustain what we're feeling and suppress what we're feeling, eventually it doesn't work anymore. Eventually it gets to a point where it no longer works. It's like you have to come out about it. You have to say something about it. And I think that his team discourages him from doing so. So instead, he uses people like Diddy as targets. But because, again, people aren't confused. I mean, people are really confused and why he's speaking at all. You know, rather for Diddy or against Diddy. It's like you shouldn't be saying anything. Because you haven't been implemented in nothing. No one's trying to cancel Ray J. None of that. None of that stuff is going on. So people are side-eyeing talking at all. Because, like, boy, ain't nobody talking about you. Like, if anything, you look like an instigator. Like, you instigating in stuff that person that you have been involved with. You know, everybody done seen Diddy and Ray J partying together and hanging together and all of that. Like, Ray J's been the party dude for 2 decades now. At least last 20 years. You know, Ray J has been known for all his partying. And playing with, you know, the Hollywood elites. So, it's very confusing. And why he's speaking at all. At all. You know, people are just kind of like, be quiet. Don't. You know, it's like he's incriminating himself, is how I feel. But, and then him saying, by taking extreme accountability and showing the worst of me, hopefully will lead me to long-term peace. So I do feel like whatever Ray J wants to get off his chest has been bothering him for a long time. It has been. Just because these people do these things, do not mean that they're okay with them. It does not. It does not mean, yes, that guilty conscience is just ravishing him from the inside out. I do. I think it's destroying him. I think it's hard for him to sleep. I think it's hard for him to eat. I think that's why every time we see him now, it's like his focus is on the stuff that's going on with Diddy because it is bothering him. It is. And I don't think that it's just bothering him on one level. I think it's bothering him on multiple levels. I think that Ray J is, in my opinion, to a certain extent, victim himself in ways. I think so. You know, black men do not view themselves as victims of anything sexual. Whether a man does it to them, whether a woman does it to them. If anything, it's just an unspoken anger that turns into an inner demon that they try to cope with and take it to the grave if they can, but they don't view themselves as victims. Like, they don't. You could tell them to their blues, what happened to you was not your fault. What happened to you should not have happened. You did not deserve that. They're still not going to look at it that way. They're going to look at it as a gay dude try to do something to them. He gay, I'm not gay. I like girls. Like, that's, it sounds ignorant, but that is how they view it. They don't view it as I'm a victim. Case in point, Lil Wayne said that his babysitter, when he was younger, preteen type of situation, his babysitter, and he went all the way. And he said that it was one of the things that ever happened to him. Literally. And he knew that he was R-worded. He said, you know, basically people said that I was, you know, best feeling ever. You know, you could basically word me anytime you want to. And it's so ignorant. So ignorant. But that's how they think. Lil Wayne does not view himself a victim. You know, I was no victim. I wanted it. You know, a very sad life to lead. Very, 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 very sad. Chris Brown to Giselle. I know that's why I'm so confused about now. Hold on, cause where this bitch at? That's why I'm confused and why she talking at all. I said not Chris Brown. Fist. Where's she at? Where's she at? She talking about some mothers was pulling up, dropping their daughters and stuff off to Chris Brown to be his girlfriend, all of that. And you were jealous of all of them. And you was jealous of all of them. Got your damn nerve. And you was yelling all of them. Where's her? Because she, in my opinion, she argued Chris Brown. Like, she absolutely did. She essayed him for years. She is the reason that Chris Brown and Rihanna got into that fight that day on the side of the road. The infamous picture of her when he put his hands on her. She's the reason of all of that. It was because of her. And she out here talking. I'm like, you need to shut the up. She needs to go to jail. I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't appreciate that at all. Like, that made my skin crawl. When I had seen her, I said, ugh. I said, you really out here acting like you wasn't in love with a teenage boy. I'm like, girl. And then made him literally change his perception of women in general, especially black ones. Like, you the reason all that happened. Like, ugh. But yeah, I seen her out here speaking, and she ought to be ashamed of herself. She ought to be ashamed. Like, disgusting, deplorable. Her out here speaking at all. Y'all saying who? Okay, now I'm gonna find her. Now I'm gonna find her. I did the surviving on her. I did the surviving when I did my surviving Chris Brown and Rihanna. We were talking about her. What is her name? Tina something. Isn't it Tina or something like that? Hold on. Shout out to Denny. Drew. She says, when you make deals with the devil, you gotta pay up. He seems tormented. He's purging. Better include the name of Whitney or I don't want to hear it. LOL. Right. I don't think he would ever admit to anything negative when it comes to what I loved. She was, not Hazel. Tina Davis. Thank y'all. Yes. I remember the first time. Hold on, let me pull up, y'all. Let me pull her up. Audacity of her to be out here speaking after what she did to Chris Brown. I said, oh no. And the thing about it is, it's like he still protects her, like, to this day. Here she go. Hold on, let me put this on the screen, Lord.
If you put your personal feelings in it, you will be hurt every time. So I knew early on, trying to be an executive, especially
this is her.
I can't walk around with my emotions.
This is Predator.
In this business, you cannot put your personal feelings in it. If you put your personal feelings in it, you will be hurt every time. So I knew early on, trying to be an executive, especially in A&R, I can't walk around with my emotions on my sleeve. In this business, you cannot put your personal feelings in it. If you put your personal feelings in it, you will be hurt every time. So I knew early on, trying to be an executive, especially in A&R, I can't walk around with my emotions on my sleeve. In this business, you cannot put your personal feelings in it. If you put your personal feelings
I want to put a face to the name.
So I knew
so y'all can know who she is. That's her. Tina Davis, shut up, Predator. So, no, she is of the devil.
He told me his vision for Empire. He told me why he created Empire. He talked about his family. He talked about
she did Empire, all of that,
and he talked about himself. Not in a
let these people stay in the industry, just like Dan Schneider and all of them. The one that was going around said hurting Drake and Josh, people like that, and whatnot. Well, not Josh, Drake. He got to work for them again. He got to work for Dan Schneider. He got to write for him. All of that, even after getting out of jail. He still got to work. He still works in Hollywood. Hey, he does. And it's the same thing with her. Same thing with her. And y'all wonder why people why these men, when they go through things, why they be so angry. And there's no protection for them. None.
Yeah, so...
I get Me Too for women, but what do men have? And it still feels as if society doesn't care. Because it's a male-dominated industry. Well, it's a man's world, I should say. So still to this day, if you're not a woman, you're not a victim. That only women can be victims is how it's looked at. Because if that's not true, then more should be done about it. There isn't. There's not. That's why men rarely come out. That with even the Diddy case is that there's over hundreds of men that have been affected by this, but a lot of them don't look at it that way. They don't look at themselves as victims. They don't look as and they were hurt because they got a paycheck from it or, something like that. They don't view it that way. They don't.
Decided was we needed to figure
out. I'm talking about Chris Brown right here.
A way to get him back on radio. Mm-hmm. And the way that we did it was we put him on features for everything. Anybody else, he jumped on it. It was a feature on everything. And meanwhile, Tyga stood next to him. He was the only one that would stand right next to him and do videos and everything else with it, right? So he started doing mixtapes. Remember, they were doing mixtapes and stuff like that. And Tyga introduced him to Colin, who was a video director who was just starting at the time.
Now Chris did not leave her right away. It took a while. I do think that it was certain things that Chris went through. But Rihanna and him had argued about Tina before. You know, they had lots of disagreements when it came to Tina. If you also notice, when Chris Brown and Rihanna were dating, you wouldn't really see Tina. And if you did see her, it was with her and Chris. They weren't around each other like that. Rihanna hated Tina, and I'm sure she still does to this day. And they would argue about like the phone conversations and Chris would have with her. You know, they would get inappropriate. There would be things that would be said, and it does feel as if Tina was jealous of Rihanna. But if she had feelings for Chris Brown, why would she not be jealous of Rihanna? So that's just what it was. Chris Brown at this point in time is a teenager. You know, he and Rihanna are teenagers with all of this stuff going on. So when they had left the party, I believe they were on their way to the Grammy party. Rihanna had seen that Tina had texted Chris Brown basically some inappropriate things and talking about like can't wait to see you later, you know, all that, basically like can't wait to I can't wait till you drop her off so you can come back and be with me, you know, type of situation. And Rihanna looked at it as disgusting because this is a grown woman, you know, like if it was another teenage girl, I think Rihanna would have took it a little differently. But since this somebody that's old enough to be like his grandma, you know, auntie type of situation, I really think Rihanna was not feeling it at all. And again, Rihanna was a teenager herself. Y'all know how we are when we're young, very territorial over who we're dating. And these two are dating in front of the whole world, Rihanna and Chris Brown. You know, at least we had our privacy. There was no privacy when it came to them. So I'm sure that was already an added pressure and an added stress. So yeah, Chris Brown and Rihanna arguing about the text messages while they were out there about this Tina, because basically Chris had agreed to get rid of Tina. He was supposed to fire her. Absolutely. He was supposed to fire her. And why she wasn't really no issue, you know, at that point in time, because Rihanna was just like, okay, well, that's over with. You know, he's wrapping that up, that situation up. And to find out, not only was she still texting him and stuff like that, but this still working for you, that's when it, you know, it was just like, you know, Rihanna was very angry. Like, you still working with this, just stuff like that. And I do feel like it got to the point where Rihanna was angry enough that she initiated the fight. I think she started hitting Chris. They were both drunk, and it just imploded. But it was all over this woman. All over her. Okay? A grown woman infiltrating Chris Brown and making Chris Brown feel love, because she was so overprotective, Brown, and controlling Tina Davis when it came to Chris Brown, and everyone swept it underneath the rug because they just looked at her as like a motherly figure that was coming in and, you know, helping Chris. You know, it's the last thing a person was going to think this was like a Leah Art situation, to where the manager, producer, you know, is stepping in on this. And this is also where people get, because I think Chris was in love with her. I do. I think that Chris Brown was in love with her. And I think that that's where his disdain comes with darker skinned women, with melanated women. I think the disdain comes from it reminds him of her. But he loves her. So it's like a parent doing something to you, but you love them at the same time. You know, so it's like it's hard to feel toward them how you want to when they've done so much for you. And, you know, God, you know, she really helped him get out the hood, you know, and all of that. Well, not the hood, but, you know, hood. He was going through some pretty devastating things with his mother prior to that. So I think that the hatred is the representation. I don't think that he like hates black women, you know, or anything like that. No, not at all. I think it's just a misplaced and misguided anger because someone that he loves, he hates. But since he has not come to terms with hating her and feeling okay hating her, like therapy, and stuff like that will come in, to let him know that it's not his fault, that he fell in love with this woman at a young age, that it's not your fault, and I don't think he knows that. I think he blames himself, and she's also the catalyst to ruining his career. Chris Brown was on the top of the world, the next Michael Jackson, before that night. So I think he hates her on many different levels and for many different things, but can't get to the hatred because he loves her. He loves her. I do. I think still to this day he loves her. And he's supposed to hate her, but he can't get there. He needs assistance. I think someone needs to assist him and let him know that it is okay to hate her. It is okay. It is. That frustration in that car for Rihanna, I feel was misguided. I think that everything he did to her, he wanted to do to Tina. That's how I feel. I feel that a Tina is a manipulative devil and tried to make it seem as if she was good to Chris Brown and had his best interest, and it wasn't like that at all. She was a scorned woman that fell in love with a child. That's how I feel. I feel like she was controlling him. So Chris Brown wanted to fire her at the time. I don't feel like Chris felt like he had a choice. I think that she made him think like, how people say like, oh, well, who you gonna be without me? Like Ike and Tina, you ain't nothing without me. I'm the who got you where you got. I'm the one get all your gigs. I booked this, I booked that. And he was a kid. And he don't know the industry. He was learning, but he didn't have the connections that she had and stuff like that. I think that he kind of just succumbed to that energy and just rather not tell Rihanna that she was sticking around. But the whole time she had never left. And, Chris keeping his distance from her around Rihanna made Rihanna feel secure enough to think that, she was gone. And she really wasn't. So, and that's the night, like, when she found out that not only is she still around, you still sleeping with her, I think Rihanna was like a ticking time in the front of that car. In front of that car. And I think that Tina is the conduit. So with her talking about this situation right here is her saying like basically how Chris Brown got back video after she ruined his life. Because don't get me wrong, he did his time and whatnot. He know what he did was wrong. He should not have done that. But he was still a teenager. Like he was a kid. And even then, he was protecting Tina. Because when people would ask questions about them or talk to him or talk to Rihanna about what was going on, Tina never. So she got to escape the scandal, and everything. While Chris Brown and Rihanna had to deal with it head up. Every place they go, she could go places and move comfortably. She could move underneath the radar. She's cool. Ain't nobody trying to cancel her, or anything like that. She's fine. But then when it comes to, Chris Brown, he has to face all this scrutiny. And Rihanna, she has to face all this scrutiny when these are just two young kids in love that have no idea what they're doing. Because all of the adults around them are allowing them to be just that. There's nobody guiding them. The song No Guidance, that's real. It's real. One in those song with Drake, No Guidance. Go listen to that song again. Go listen. Okay, there's some little trinkets inside of there, but there was no guidance. Nobody got them the right way. Okay, no one was telling, oh, you got to stop doing this. You can't do this. No, they would get drunk and high and all of that. Like nobody was stopping them. The world was theirs. They got to do what they wanted to do when they wanted to do. These is 16, 17-year-olds in the most exclusive clubs in America. It is like, how are they in the bar? They're not 21. Like, that's not a new rule that you got to be 21 alcohol. That's not new. Okay? Same thing with people like Justin Bieber's, all of them, the Lindsay Lohans. But our stars coming up got it like the worst, Paparazzi was YouTube. The paparazzi was social media. They were our eye. We didn't get to see these things on our own. We didn't have smartphones, all that. Like, no, it took time for us to get certain information. So the paparazzi was like our social media, so we didn't know nothing until they told us what was up. You know, when they would show us pictures, oh, this person and that person kissing, oh, this person and that person, but she's supposed to be married to him. You know, that's how we got all of our scandal. You know, and all of.
That shit is produced it and wrote it himself.
Okay, can y'all hear now? No, I got a phone call. Can you guys hear me now? Can you 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 hear me now? Okay, yeah, I got a call. Sorry. Okay, y'all should be able to hear me now. So this is her speaking about how basically about the truth, almost the truth, but how Chris Brown had got canceled for everything that had went on, and she's talking about how she got him back on, helped him get back on the radio. I just don't understand why she's talking. I really don't get it. I feel like she should shut the up, and if she ain't going live to apologize to Rihanna, then shut up.
We decided was we needed to figure out a way to get him back on radio. And the way that we did it was we put him on features for everything. Anybody that called us, he jumped on it. It was a feature on thing. And meanwhile, Tyga stood next to him. He was the only one that would stand right next to him and do videos and everything else with it. So he started doing mixtapes. You remember they were doing mixtapes and stuff like that. And Tyga introduced him to Colin, who was a video director who was just starting at the time, Colin Tilley. And so Chris and I started finding new producers.
She's not affiliated with him anymore.
Finding new writers. We had.
She's not as a manager anymore. I'll say that.
Joel James and Seven Streeter. Oops. And Kevin. And Kevin played him Deuces, and we were like,
please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. When I say I still feel like Chris Brown loves her today, I'm not saying that for no reason. She is not Chris Brown's manager. No, she isn't. But I'm not going to say that she's not in his life anymore. I wouldn't prove if I said that.
This shit is crazy. And he had produced it and wrote it himself, but then he had, verses. So we ended up putting that together, and we were like, that's the strategy. We're going to do a whole bunch of mixtapes and just keep flooding the business, putting music out, but also feature on everything.
And Chris Brown said out of his own mouth, okay? Now, he did not say Tina's name. He did not. But if you know Chris Brown's story, you know that he was talking about Tina. Okay, he couldn't have been talking about anybody else because at the time frame in his life, only she was there. So who else would he have been talking about? He even states himself that he got that old girl, that she had. Oh, Rihanna had already seen certain text messages while he was in the store, or something like that, or before they left the table or something. She literally texted Chris while he and Rihanna were arguing in the car. Like, it's like, boom, this, that injury is like, damn, like, ugh. She messaged him during, it was her. It was her. This is what he was talking about. 100%. And I put it all together in the Surviving, so that you can see. But, yeah, he was definitely talking about her. 100%.
That calls us. So every time a big artist puts a record out, they have to play it. So they have to play it on radio. So after a while, the record was featuring Chris Brown. Yeah. And they had to play it because they wanted to play that artist. So smart. That's how we were able to get back at radio, and then Deuces came right after that. Yeah. So, well.
Yeah, because I can, let me see. Let me pull up. Hold on. Because Chris Brown, he says it on his YouTube channel. He does like this couple part, like little documentary / interview, and he talks about it. He definitely does, and I appreciated it because it explained a lot. It really did, that people didn't know about Chris, and I think people are so quick to judge him instead of hearing his story. you know, and hearing where he's been through, so you can see why a lot of these things have happened to his life. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, okay? Please hit the like. We're going to get into the Diddy tea as soon as we get to 500 likes. We are almost there. We're on the fast track. Hold on. So, right here.
Nah, man, as you know what it is. We couldn't go to a hotel.
This is Chris Brown talking about the night that happened. It's on Chris Breezy channel, okay? The Chris Breezy channel, okay? Chris Brown talking about it himself.
It was just an energy. At that time in our career, being that young, being naive, gullible, but also just happy, just wanting to be everywhere. I mean, it was no other feeling like it. But with her, Marie, it was just like our power that we had at that age. It was just, it's dangerous, man. Like, you could go anywhere. Like, we couldn't go to a hotel and have 100,000 fans outside waiting. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't go to any restaurant and just eat. Like, real life rock stars at 16 and 17 years old. Man, that's dangerous. Because you can do whatever you want.
Correct. That is very true. And there's nobody stopping. So you would think that when people say, oh, I have people in my corner. No. These were wild kids and felt like they could do whatever they wanted to do. Living way too fast. Way too fast.
I just think we were like the perfect, like, and bad combination. Like, it was just good and bad together. It just, I want to say maybe a year and a half into the relationship with Rihanna, I really was serious about it. Like, you know, I was always goofy about everything else being a young kid, but maturity level I had in my beliefs of what I wanted with my girlfriend. You know what? I want to marry you, but I want, before, you know, any further, I just want to be able to be honest and be completely real with you about everything you've ever had a question or a doubt about.
So at this point in time, Chris is saying, like, okay, like a year and a half into the relationship, he had been lying to her for about a year and a half, right? Tina Davis, the one that we were just listening to prior to when I said that she shut the up. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Chris not telling Rihanna the truth about their relationship and the things that were going on between, because again, Chris Brown was a teenager. He was 16. And Tina had been working with Chris. She had been working with Chris and he was like 12 or 13 years old. So Rihanna noticed the closeness that they had, but Rihanna was looking at it from like a jealous girlfriend's perspective, because Tina did not give manager. Tina is giving girlfriend, and Rihanna not stupid, you know, so Rihanna's saying, it's like, is you fucking her? Like, is y'all, cause, you know, it's a lie. That's what victims do. Chris Brown was a victim. Okay, he had been groomed by this woman. Okay? So he was protecting her at the same time, but also trying to protect Rihanna's feelings at the same time. So he was protecting Tina, manager, the woman that was abusing him, but he was also trying to protect his girlfriend, because Tina was his manager. We're always together. We're always going to be together, you know, and whatnot. So why would, if Rihanna know that they were sleeping together, why would Rihanna trust Tina around at all? Okay, why would she trust that? She needs to go. You need to fire her. You know, is how Rihanna looked at it, and Chris basically told her that he would. So before they went any further, he wanted to be honest with her and tell her everything, tell her the truth. Like, you know, at this point, he felt like which is still crazy at as young that younger age to decide, like, you know what, I'm ready to marry you. You know, like, I'm so in love with you, but before we go down that road, I feel like you need to know everything, and a lot of stuff I haven't been telling you the truth about. So, yeah, let's keep listening.
She had asked me, like, right when we first started dating, hey, you ever mess with this person? And this person, she worked for me at the time.
Rihanna said, did you ever mess with da-da-da? And he said, this person worked for me at the time. Who was he talking about? Who else is he talking about? Tina was his manager at the time. Who else was he talking about? Tina Davis.
Nah, man. As you know what it is. Just, you know, I brushed it to the side. One, I didn't want her knowing my business. Two, I just didn't know who she would tell if I tell her what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't people know that Chris and Tina were sleeping with each other? Because he was underage. So he was protecting her. Okay? because he's not just looking at her as a manager. You know, she changed his life. You know, Rihanna wouldn't be how you looking at it, like, I wouldn't even have you if not for somebody like her, you know, you know. So with the grooming process and whatnot, she used that against Chris. So him being so young, questionable, he had no idea the magnitude of what was going on in his life besides most children having that feeling when an adult is doing something to you is that you know it's wrong. You know it shouldn't be happening. You know that, you know, it shouldn't, because at that point in time, if it was a legal situation, if Chris Brown was 19, 20 years old, you know, it really, I mean, it's frowned upon, but it's illegal. You know, it's not that big. You know, some people like him younger. You know, it just is what it is. But with him being 16 at that time, and who knows when it started? Only he knows. You know, and I'm assuming that it started fairly early into the relationship. So when they would be on red carpets and stuff like that, Rihanna never looked at Tina as the manager. She always looked at Tina as like the other woman. You know, like, I got a feeling about this woman. Like, she's sleeping with my man. Like, and Chris Brown didn't want to tell because he didn't want to get her in trouble because he cared about her, Tina. He didn't want to get her in trouble. So I'm going to rewind that a little bit so y'all can hear it again for your own ears.
Honestly, completely real with you about everything you've ever had a question or doubt about. Or she had asked me, like, right when we first started dating, hey, you ever mess with this person? And this person, she worked for me at the time. And I said, nah, man, you know what it is. Just, you know, I brushed it to the side. One, I didn't want her knowing my business. Two, I just didn't know who she would tell if I tell her what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So around like the 8th month or maybe like a little bit after that VMA performance, I just broke it to her. I said, hey, I want to marry you, but I want to be real with you. I want to be honest with you and tell you, you know, everything. This is what it is. Before we were together, me and this other girl did have sex.
Tina.
My trust totally was lost with her. You know what I'm saying? She didn't. Like, after that, I tried everything. Like, she didn't care. Like, she just didn't trust me. From there, it just went downhill because, you know, it would be fights. It would be verbal fights, physical fights as well. Mutual sides. And it's the first time I get to say anything. And like I said, I still love Rihanna, but I'm just going to be honest. We would fight each other. She would hit me. I would hit her.
And I can respect that. I can respect Chris Brown saying that because there's so many men that get in relationships with women and they put their hands on these men. They do. And the men, a lot of times, they do nothing. You know, they try to go away from it, things like that. But when you off certain things that trigger wants to hit, it can just come out of nowhere. You know, that's why it's dangerous. That's why it's toxic, because it's not excused. It's not okay, but it's not okay for a woman to be doing that either. It is not okay because women get hurt internally. So when they get hurt, they feel like the only way to make them feel it the majority of the time is to do something to them physically. Like, you need to feel this right now. Like how my heart is breaking right now, how you are destroying me right now. You need to feel that. You feel like you just punched me in the heart. So that's why I'm gonna punch you in the face. You know, because men, they're ignorant a lot of times to their feelings. You know, it takes them longer to actually realize what a person is going through, especially women. You know, women feel it right away. With men, it takes time. You know, it'll take for them not to know what the woman is going through until they actually get their heart broken. You know, they'll be in a whole nother relationship, and this girl that they done put their all into stepped out on them and cheated on them and got pregnant by somebody else and whatnot, and now they are devastated. Now they are hurt. Now you know how she felt, but it shouldn't have took all that time. Like but it does. You know, women do mature extremely faster than men. But I can respect that because then when you realize that I am part problem, you get to do something to fix it. You can't fix it when you're just looking at it like, oh, well, Rihanna hit me first. Oh, well, da-da-da. No, that's not a good mentality to have. You know, it is a good mentality to realize that, you know what, we did it too either. Because Chris was always villainized. You know, it was always, oh, what Chris did to Rihanna, what Chris did to Rihanna, what Chris did to Rihanna. Not the other way around. Both taking each other through DV. They both were. And just like he was wrong, she was too. she was wrong as well. You're not denouncing her as a victim. She's just not the only one. They are both victims. He's a victim of her, and she's a victim of him. But her victimhood publicized. Her victimhood got everybody in the industry, and whatnot, because they only heard her side. Nobody got to hear what happened. No, never knew. It took years for us to find out that Rihanna ever put her in Chris Brown at all. As far as we was concerned, she was this innocent little duck inside of the car, and he just went ham on her. On America's Princess, he just went in on her and just obliterated the girl. And, that's how it was pushed. It wasn't pushed like they were in a toxic relationship with one another, that it was DV on both ends. Like, not. No. I would be lying if Chris lost everything. Rihanna lost nothing. Rihanna lost nothing. They destroyed Chris. And it was so sad because it was like an overnight thing. I mean, he went from being beloved. I mean, we were so smitten by Chris Brown. We were all in love with him. It was like a breath of air from Michael. Like he was everything. And then overnight was no one, and I can only imagine how he felt and it was just, it was a mistake, because he and Rihanna dated after that, and he never put his hands on her. He never touched her, but one thing I will say, she didn't either. They didn't touch each other. They realized that situation made them realize this is wrong on both ends. And I think that both of them, but America would not let them stay together. They didn't break up because they wanted to. They didn't have a choice. They did not have a choice. Jay-Z and CoverGirl and all of them, they all coerced spring out of that relationship with Chris Brown, finessed her out of that relationship. Rihanna went to court dates with Chris. She would sit right there in the audience with his mom. They would be arm in arm. Rihanna and Chris Brown's mom were very close. Court dates together, picking them up from doing communities. They were stuck still like glue. They just tried to hide it because they didn't want the world to know, but they were still together. They were. And they found a whiff of them still being together, CoverGirl and all, because Rihanna was doing big things at the time, a lot of endorsements, and then she did the Diane Sawyer, I believe, interview, and that's when it was over, after that. So they broke up. They were ripped apart, 100%. So they never, So when people used to say things about Chris, like, oh, he's still in love with Rihanna, and she's still in love with him too. They never stopped loving each other. It's different when you decide to leave a relationship. It's different when the person that you are with decides to leave the relationship. But imagine being head over heels in love with somebody. There's plenty of toxic relationships, and some of them should be separated, but some of them just need a little work, And they got together at a very young age. It was hard to hold to heart the things that they were going through because they were so young, And then other people come in, y'all can't be together. It's not even your parents telling you can't be together, because that is something you could probably stomach or deal with. But when it's outside people, your bosses and stuff like that, it's not like, yeah, no, you can't be with him. And telling him, like, you can't be with her. And y'all like, why not? Okay, we went through where we went through, but we love each other. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about that. And this is all business at the end of the day. Because, again, they grew up in front of us. This is not something like they didn't get to have true loves and stuff. That usually doesn't happen to your, mid-teen years. 15, 16, 17 is really when you those feelings start to become real. As you're past the puppy love phase, you like in love, we didn't have to do that in front of the world. They did, so it makes things way more complicated. And they had no guidance. If there were people around guiding him, and I would have to say for both of their families, I don't feel like Chris Brown's family was guiding him. I think that they supported him and enabled him because he was their meal ticket. And I feel the same way with Rihanna. I do. I feel the same way with her. I don't feel like anybody was her. I think that they just had a bunch of yes men around until the higher ups told them, like, yeah, look, break them up. And then the yes men had to, But yeah, I don't think anybody had their best interest. I think that they just tried to keep him out of trouble. The best they knew how, meaning do all these drugs and stuff or whatever y'all gonna do, just do it here. Not don't do it at all, or let's get you focused on something. No, nobody buddy. Just do it here, just come over here and do it. Is how I feel, talking about trying to, but let's keep listening.
But it never was okay. It was always a point to when we talk about it, like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I don't like that. I don't like you slapping me. If I go on stage, I got a scratch on my face, and I gotta explain it like, oh, no, I fell, or like, or like if you got a scar.
See, he literally a victim. That's a victim. Going on stage with a scar eye and tell people that's what victims do. Okay? And Rihanna was doing the same thing. They were in a toxic relationship. They were taking each other through DV. They're both victims. You can't say you're a victim in a DV relationship if you are physically harming the other person. Now, if it's unprovoked and they're doing it to you, then yes, you are in a DV relationship. Like somebody is taking you through, or the victim in the relationship. But you can't be the victim and aggressor at the same time. You do not get to be both. You can't. And that was both of their problem because no one was guiding. No one.
Or bruise, you gotta put makeup on it. I feel like shit. Like I'm not ever trying to put my hands on any female. Like me, I felt like a fucking monster. So when I was about 17, 18, the whole Rihanna incident happened. A lot of that changed my life. And that night at that Clive Davis party, that I made sure the person that I was involved with before, I said, hey, you can't come around to these places. And the person's in.
Tina Davis. Okay? So Rihanna told him to get rid of her. He did, to the best of his ability. Just stay scarce, But when you are preying on someone, you're not going to stay far. In order to keep the power that you have on them and to keep them a victim, you have to stay really close. They need to see that iron fist. They need to be worried, and whatnot. They don't need to feel like you're gone, that you're out of sight, out of mind. You lose power when you leave. So to enforce her dominance over one that was coming into her life, or to Chris's life, where she felt ownership over Chris, Tina. And I feel like Chris, he was, he didn't know how to fight this demon. He doesn't really know what he's dealing with, And it's sad because a lot of Black men, especially, are susceptible to sexual abuse because there's really no education on it. They don't know much about it, So, and they're also susceptible, or extremely susceptible to abuse people because, again, there's no education, on it. More so of do what you see, right? So, yeah. Her just popping up there, it just shows the control that she had over him. Because if you tell her no, that should be that. She's still going beyond Chris's advice. She still just shows up. Yeah, that's great.
Comes right to the table and say, hey, what's up, y'all? I know it's an issue, so I say, hey, cool, and I keep it, and they keep it moving and leave. I look over at Rihanna, and she's bawling, she's just crying. In the middle of the ceremony about to start, she's just crying. And I'm like,
because I feel like Rihanna was looking at it like, this is your abuser. This woman has been hurting you for so long, and you told me that it was a wrap. You told me that you're going to take care of it yourself, and they're kids. Why wouldn't she believe him? Why wouldn't Rihanna believe him? At that point in time, she really didn't have, But then when she sees him, it gets rid of like everything. It gets rid of everything at that point. Because how can I believe anything you're saying with her here? Has she been around this whole time? Has she this? Has she that? So, Rihanna's like devastated seeing this woman, And y'all know Rihanna's pretty rowdy. She's scary, So you would think that Rihanna be on an approach to, when a Rona, type of situation. But it's like, this is so different, You know, I'm sure that would have to be really hard. I'm sure really hard.
Yo, please, man, don't do this. Like, don't do this in here. Like I didn't know. I promise. I swear to God, I didn't know. So she got over it. She started drinking a little bit. We both were drinking a little bit.
These are kids drinking, by the way.
We was tipsy, laughing, joking, and then we left.
And while just a few hours ago, we saw Chris Brown drive off. According to sources, the alleged fight broke out inside a Lamborghini that was located at Hancock Park.
As you know, young relationships, any relationship is based on trust, but because I told her that she trusts me with anything, so I would give her the option of, oh, you can look at my phone. So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, there's a message, and it says, kill image, do your thing. And I didn't read the rest of the message, I didn't open it. So she opened the message, and the rest of the message said, I'll see you at the cloud party. So all thought she thought I was lying. She starts going off, she throws the phone, hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me. We're in a little Lamborghini.
He says starts hitting me. I believe him. This sounds extremely plausible. It just sounds plausible, and whatnot. And like you said, he didn't read the messages. She messaged, but and that's very stalkerish, because she says to Chris, "See you. I see you at the Grammys. I'm here. Do your thing. I see you at a live party." I was like, "What the f is wrong with you, bitch? Leave that little boy alone, psycho." Like, oh my goodness. Like, ugh. Gross. Like, leave him alone. Like, what is your problem? Because he clearly didn't respond to any of the messages. So leave him alone. Crazy.
So she's fighting me, and I'm like, look, I'm telling you the truth. I swear to God, I'm telling you the truth. Stop it. So then she hits me a couple more times, and I just kind of it doesn't go from translation to let's sit down, I'm telling you the truth. It goes, now I'm finna be mean and be evil.
Yeah, be harmful and angry. And now I'm going to retaliate. Now, because you don't push me, now you don't hit me too hard in my face. And stuff like that. That's how it goes. It could go from the man trying to doing what they need to do to Faith. And that's the sad part, about DB, because a lot of times these people really are in love. Like, they really do love, one another. They really do. But you cannot do that. And on both ends, it does not excuse what you did. It doesn't excuse it. You are still a man at the end of the day. And little boys do not have control over their temper. As an adult, you should. But he technically wasn't even an adult. I just feel badly for both of them, because it's just like, Rihanna shouldn't have been doing none of that stuff, and he shouldn't have been doing none of that stuff either, but they were just so young. And there was no one there to guide them. When they were alone. Nobody was with them. It was just them two in car. And that's it, even just that much more dangerous. Because what if she would have hurt him to the point to where he died? Or what if he would have hurt her to the point to where she's no longer here? And whatnot, just because they were drunk teenagers and angry. Like, it's not okay, on either end. It's sad. Driving that car, right, them crashing, a bystander seeing these two big celebrities in the neighborhood. What if, they could have took advantage of them, hurt them, harmed them in some type of way? What if somebody would have popped Chris Brown because they thought he was really over there, so many different things could have happened. And that's a scary thought. And they were really young. Really young. They shouldn't have been going through none of that. But what makes this sickening is that all of this going on because of an adult. I can understand better this situation if this was Chris's age, Rihanna's age. That is, this was a 19 or 20-year-old, that all this was going down over. This is a grown woman that has been grooming Chris and taking advantage of him for only God knows how long. When she started managing him at like 12, 13 years old. So that was insane. When I found that out, I'm like, no way. It made me look at the situation with Chris completely different. It made me want to research what happened instead of just going off of what everybody else was saying in the media about Chris. It made me want to go look, into it. And I found a lot. I was just like, wow, he went through a lot. He did. And so she went through a lot. The embarrassment, those photos, surfacing around, as a woman, like that's not a good look. She has eventually one day she will have to explain those pictures to her children. She will. Eventually one day Chris will have to explain those pictures to his daughters and sons. He will. He'll have to explain them, because that's what a real man would do. And Brianna, as a real woman, I hope that she shows her or when her and her child have the conversation, I hope that she's honest about her part. I hope that she's honest. I hope that she tells them what really happened. I really do. I hope Chris does the same thing. He tells his kids the truth. Tell them they deserve it. And it's a learning lesson. They get to learn from it. So one beautiful thing about being a parent is that your children get to learn from you. A lot of the things that you did that aren't going to go in the direction that they think will, because they feel like we weren't young, at one point. They look at us like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But we do. but we do. We absolutely be knowing what we be talking about. Shout out to Danielle. Thank you so much for the Cash App, sweetheart. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so it's like we do. A lot of times we look at our parents like, yeah, you don't know, you don't understand. Like, you have no idea. And it's like, yes, they do. They completely do. So yeah, I just hope they tell their kids the truth. So yeah, shout out to Chris and shout out to Rihanna too.
Arguing. So then, like, I remember she tried to kick me. It's like just her just being upset. But then I really hit her. Like I with a closed fist, like I punched her. And it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, fuck, why the hell hit her? Like, so from there, she just spit in my face, like spit the blood in my face. And I'm like, yo, so it enraged me even more. Like, it's a real on fight in the car. We driving in the street. So I'm like, yo, hey, y'all, we tripping. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? She's trying to grab for my phone, and I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out the window. So she grabs my nuts, and when she do that, actually I bite her arm, I think, as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, like, stupid fight, bro. Like, and I'm like, look, what the hell am I doing, bro? Like, what are you, like, you honestly doing this in the car right now? Like, what are we doing? So I pull over in Hancock Park, maybe less than 2-3 miles from my house. Because I'm just trying to resolve the situation. I'm not trying to fight.
And mind you, he's driving while all of this is going down. That's why I said this was such a dangerous situation. They could have hit a bystander, somebody walk across the street, like anything. This was bad. Bad.
I love her. I don't want to hurt my girlfriend. So I pull her and I said, look, like, I'm telling you the truth. Like, I'm crying, she's crying. Like, I'm telling you the truth. I swear to God, like, I didn't do it. I didn't know she was coming. I didn't know. I promise. She just didn't believe me. Like, I just know you lying to me. So she takes the keys out of the car. I'm in park. She takes the keys out of the car and throws fakes like she throws them out the window. And I'm like, what are you doing in the car? When I got out the car, I'm looking for the keys in somebody's yard. And she yells out her door, help, he's trying to kill me. I said, stop, like, we gonna get in trouble. So I'm looking for the keys. She's sitting on the keys. So I'm like, I can't play this game with you. So I'm getting my bags out of the car. She takes my CDs. This is back when I would record on CDs. You couldn't put it on your phone when you leave the studio. So I would have new music, and she was just scratching it up. I just seen her scratching it up with the keys. So I let her snatch the bag. And I was like, you know what? You got the keys.
Rihanna wasn't no joke. I'm just saying, like, Rihanna sound like, girl, like, Rihanna, girl. Do not, with Riri, like, do not get on her side, because, yeah, she do not play, girl.
You can drive home. By the time her lip was busted, she had a knock because I pushed her head up against the window. And a lot of the times, like, I look back at the picture and I'm just like, yo, bro, like, that's not me, bro. That's not me. Like, I hate it to this day. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna haunt me forever. I hated myself, so I was thinking about suicide. So it's just like, fuck. But from there, I said, you know what? I'm gonna take everything and I just count my consequences.
I'm just so glad that he regrets it. I am so glad that he regrets it. Because you have people like Diddy. We saw the video and what he did to Cassie. He apologized and then deleted it. Chris Brown didn't delete this. This has been up for 7 years. This has been up for 7 years. Get rid of the rest of this documentary. He better not touch this part. Leave it alone. Because then we know you meant it. We know you meant what you said. And therefore, you don't have to keep repeating yourself. You don't have to keep repeating stuff about what happened with Rihanna. He said it. He meant what he said. He told his truth from what he remembers and from what, they encountered that night. He was honest. He took accountability that yes, I did do ... I can appreciate this because it means that he wished it never happened. It's a person that tries to, like Diddy, they're trying to make it seem like it was justifiable in some way, shape, or form. No, there's no justification, only showing remorse. And Diddy's apology video, he did try to show fake remorse. He tried to show fake remorse. People thought that it wasn't genuine. And he proved it by deleting it. Like I said, he could have deleted everything on the IG, but he should have left that apology on there. Do not remove it. Don't. But the whole point of him removing it is because he feels like it admits to him doing something bad. It's on video. That's why it made sense that you apologized. Like, you don't get to take it back. You don't get to take you don't get to take that video back of what you did to her. It's there. It's right there. So yeah, moving right along. So yeah, shout out to Chris Brown. Tina Davis, you're disgusting. I really don't understand why you're talking at all. Shut the up. Unless you're gonna apologize to Chris Brown and Rihanna, you owe both of them an apology, as far as I'm concerned. Both of them, you ruined both of those people's lives at the time. Both, in my opinion, you are despicable. Scum of the earth. Scum of the earth. Absolutely. Okay, so let's get into this. So the neighborhood talk, we can finally get into the title. We are over 500 likes. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. But please keep us having a like. Over 600 people in the building. 562 likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So it says, Diddy accused of trying to obstruct justice from prosecutors claim the video of his kids celebrating his 55th birthday was a plot to influence the potential jury, and claimed he was attempted to reach out to multiple witnesses using a third party. Okay. So what that word is that Diddy is paying inmates to call three-way. That's what he's doing. He use their phones and having them make the phone calls and stuff for him and whatnot, and him having them like click over, call one person and then click over and call another person so that who he's trying to have them call, there's no record of. He's such an idiot. But so we're gonna get into that. So now this video that I play to y'all. This is Evil Baby Love. Hurry up.
Keep going.
Happy birthday to Daddy. Keep going. Happy birthday to Daddy.
That's not the note. And why? Do you have an attitude, little girl? Do you have an attitude, accomplice?
Yay!
I love y'all so much.
We love you too.
No, y'all don't.
Love you so much. I can't wait to see y'all.
I can't believe you call him Poppy. That is so gay.
I can't wait to see y'all. I just want to say I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all. But just for
especially the girls.
being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side, supporting me. I love y'all. I got the best family in the world. Birthday, I'm happy. Thanks to y'all giving me this call. Thank you very much. I love y'all.
Love you more. Can't wait to see you in a couple of days.
Shut up. Please hit the like, please hit the like. Now I got all of the tea. They talk about it a little bit. I put this up while we were live because this wasn't up before we went live. Prosecutors in Diddy's ex-African case are not taking their foot off of his neck. Amid his attorney submitting a third request for him to be released on a $50 million bond, prosecutors are back claiming that he is a flight risk and has already attempted to contact witnesses and taint the jury pool from inside jail. Prosecutors claim that the incarcerated rap mogul has used other inmates' phones 8 times, contacted witnesses through third parties in an attempt to blackmail them, and they claim he recruited his 7 children to create a media campaign around his 55th birthday. Diddy is accused of trying to call that. Diddy is being accused of trying to call people who were on his not approved contact list in the court documents obtained by TMZ. Prosecutors believe Diddy asked the family to recreate the video of his youngest daughter of singing happy birthday to him in order to influence the jury at Constructed to win over the potential jurors. I told y'all baby love is a fucking accomplice. I tried to tell y'all. She is a part of this. She is a part of this. She is a part of this. I'ma need my apologies right now. Okay? See, I be knowing what the I be talking about. Let me read that again for the ones in the back. Y'all always trying to talk about he trying to attack Baby Love. She is involved. He is using these churn. Okay? Baby Love needs to be locked up for questioning immediately. Immediately. Y'all always think I'm trying to be mean. I am smart. And I told y'all now, y'all about to fuck up my investigation. Nah. Now, I said this damn baby was involved, and these children need to stay as far away from this as possible. Y'all got y'all nerve trying to make me be a bad person. No, she's a bad person. She evil. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Now I'm apology from an apology from the majority of y'all. Y'all can always apologize inside of my Cash App. Because y'all got y'all damn. Now I'm trying to tell y'all about this damn baby. Nah. Y'all always trying to make it look like I'm evil. No, Roxy, bro. Baby Love is the head of rights. She is the head girl. Got y'all nerve. Trying to tell you about this damn little girl. But y'all want to listen to me because baby. So, girl. Now what is that about the baby? Diddy asked his family to create the video of his daughter, Love, singing happy birthday to him in order to influence the jury after trial. Thank you, Pastor, for the super. She says, I love you, baby. Love jokes. Thank you, girl. No, girl, this ain't no joke. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Nah, they said, Sean, you know you ain't right not to back up. No, she locked. She need to be questioned. There's something wrong with her. I told y'all she was evil. She even sing evil. She ungrateful. She up here on this damn table. Like I said that they had a churn on the table and they pick. That's what they were. She showed these babies how to climb up on these damn stuff. That's why she's sticking her fingers all up in Quincy's mouth and all of that. She know that I didn't like that. I said, girl, please. Now, she know not to put her finger in Justin's mouth no more because he be sucking on her for too long. The same thing with Christian, too. They would have did all of that. Put her whole fist in their mouth. And now that's what that word. I tried to tell you about this baby. I want to listen. I wait till she get locked up. They need to send a wagon over there for her. She don't need to go to no play dates. She don't need to go to school. She don't need to go to no parties. Say, lock her up. Got y'all damn nerve. Got y'all goddamn nerve. I'm trying to make it look like I'm trying to talk about this. I ain't trying to talk about this little big head hoe. I'm trying to let y'all know that it's some goddamn nerve. Try to y'all. Move right along. Let's get into Diddy. And these songs say, "No, my girl, let's get into them." See, I can't tell y'all nothing. Y'all want to listen to nothing. Girl, please. Girl, please. Who her mama? Aha, Yella. Shout out to Miss Bianca Bay for the super sticker. Thank you, girl. I really appreciate you. A beige. A Honolulu type of beige, girl. Moana. Moana. That's who her mama is. Moana. That's who she look like. So, that's what that were. Yes, that's correct. So, Moana, little piece. Moana, yes. I've been staring edge of the water long as I can remember. That's just what that were. That's just what that were. Yes. So, Moana. Correct. That's who back my man. So, yes. We don't care about these parents. We don't care about none of these whores that he done been with all the babies as bastards. So it just is what it is. That's just what they were. My man is Moana. Something like that. Samoan, Akanosha, girl, Tibetan, something exotic. Girl, something exotic. Somewhere where coconuts grow. Girl, you know how that works. You know how my man from the Bronx, their side. No, Atlanta. No. Yes, somewhere where the coconuts grow. So, that's just what that word. Correct. Something beige. Love peace. Sean Diddy Combs. Shout out to Sean Diddy Combs' house in low security jail dorms alongside Sam and Fried, where inmates can spy on female convicts, sources say. Okay, so not only is this motherfucker steal phones and buying phones and all of that stuff, and I'm a girl. Why y'all know he close to lady prisoners too? Girl, let me tell you the thing. So the tea is, it's some ugly bitches that's right by him. Okay, now if you lay on the floor and look through the hole, you could see the female inmates and girl. Yes. So they allegedly, the female inmates, they be putting they coochies in front of the holes. Yeah. In front of the holes, girl. Oh my God, that's what they be doing. Now, funky. They funky. And I'm a girl. Pew. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Fucking steak. They fucking steak. So, and I'm like, so that they drug addicts, tooth missing stuff. So they ain't no models, girl. No, not at all. But they be putting in the cool and they titties. They be putting them in front of the hole. Correct. And Diddy be watching, girl. Real gay. Let's get into it, girl. That's happening. What's this? Girl, let's read it. He's at a freak-off friendly jail. Y'all know it was woman's inmates, girl. Mm-hmm. Sean Diddy Combs may be behind bars, but sources who have done time in his unit say it won't necessarily curb his alleged pervy ways. Mm-hmm. The Bad Boy Entertainment boss is in the 4th North unit of the Metropolitan Detention Center, MEC, in Brooklyn, a dorm facility which has around 20 inmates. Looser rules than general population and diversions for prisoners, including air hockey. One unintended feature also provides a thrill for inmates interested in female attention. Girl, let's be nosy. Let's be nosy. Let's get messy. There are grates in one of the rooms of 4 North. Gene Borello, a former mob enforcer who spent time in the unit, told the Post. They have little holes. If you lay down, like I told you, you gotta lay down. If you lay down, girl, that's what they said. You gotta lay down. You can look through the holes and talk to the women on one floor and see them. Girl. So you can see the grass. You can see the grass. You can see the grass. Considering prosecutors claim Diddy held so-called freak orgies in which ex-workers engaged in all manner of carnal activities for enjoyment of the rap mogul and his cohorts. It begs the question as to whether he could put together a clandestine big house version. So he can still do freak offs like in jail, girl. Please hit the like. Thank you, Ernestine. I love you, Ernestine, girl. I love you, girl. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like, y'all. I cannot. So it says, okay. He could if, wait, they said could he still have freak offs? They say he could if he want. God. Okay, here we go. He could if he wanted, said Borello. Another. Sorry, they just keep putting these pop-ups. Okay. Another female inmate, a gang member who goes by the name of G-Lo Gone Girl, told the cryptocurrency insider Tiffany Fong when she interviewed him on Twitter, female inmates aren't shy either. They'll show you their tits and they'll play with their cheese, he boldly proclaimed. So the female inmates be like, look at here. I came to dance for y'all, that's it. Diddy, you send a couple dollars over here, then. But you gotta send a couple dollars first. And then she be saying to land on her side. She be, you want me to? You want? Hello? Diddy? You want me to take it off? You want me to take it off? Hold on. You want me to? Diddy? Do you want me to? You what? Do you want me to make a clap? Do you want me to make a fart or not? Hello? So, but they're gonna need their couple dollars. They're gonna need a couple dollars. So, that's just what that word. Girl. So all you gotta do is go. But you gotta lay on the ground. You gotta lay on the ground. In order to look through the hole. So, okay, so it says, but Borello warned that the females from the C North are rung down. He said, these some bad looking hoes. He said, real, there's a bunch of Nicole Johnsons. It's a lot of rider roots, but you know. It's a couple Hagwar rights. Okay? Not my son. Not my son. So it's a fruit of them. That's just what that word. Now they ugly. They stink. They got bed bug bites and lice, you know, and all of that, but it's just what they were. So, and then my girl. So it says, the foreigners, they are wrung down from models, professional strippers, and the others who claim to have been recruited by Diddy crew for the alleged freak offs. He says they're gross. Girl, he said they gross. That's what he said. He said they're gross. Literally. Those are his words. He says they're gross. And I'm like, girl, he said of the third floor women, he said most of it's drug addicts. Yeah. Diddy has pleaded not guilty to the charges of racketeering, and African, and has denied any wrongdoing. The judge has turned down a $50 million bail offer by his lawyers, although they are hopeful. And gain a bail request is being evaluated by the court. OMG. Oh, girl. Before everything unraveled, Diddy's was okay. Well, yeah, we don't care nothing about that. I don't care about that. Moving right along. Let's get to the next part of the team. Let's get into this. So, drugs, weapons, and electronics seized during sweep at Brooklyn Federal Jail where Diddy is being held. Okay, so they did, they do random raids, stuff on the cells and stuff anyway. But they have going up in that because a lot of these dudes is coming into the jail, sneaking stuff in their booty, all of that. Okay, putting whole iPhone 14s up inside of them and them, my girl. Swallowing them and, all type of crazy stuff to get this stuff in for Diddy allegedly. So ever since Diddy done got locked up, the contraband where it comes to drugs, weapons, cell phone, all of that stuff, it's been going up, since Diddy has been incarcerated. So, because people be thinking that too, like, okay, well, how do you get with the stuff in jail? Some of the stuff into the prison. Some of the ways that people like, they'll literally, these men will go out here and get a charge. Okay, so put it like this. So Diddy will be in jail talking to these people, right? And be like, look, I need this, that, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that, right? So then these men will contact people outside of the jail for Diddy, right? They'll contact like brothers and cousins and, people like that, friends, and tell them that, look, I can get you a whole bunch of money if you find a way to get this to the jail, right? So it's not just the CEOs, the correctional officers and stuff like that they'll try to use. Sometimes that don't work. A lot of times with certain connections, not all CEOs are their job on getting contraband and stuff for people, but you have to think about it. If the prisoners are getting it, they're going to get some way, shape, or form. Somebody bringing it up in there, type of situation. So these men and women will go out and commit crimes to get arrested, okay, and go to prison. You literally, like, they'll wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so they it's shipped off to jail, or prison, and whatnot, just so they can make money by into the jail and bringing in whatever the person has requested. So rather, it's like yes, on purpose, Adina, yes, that is how desperate people are, to make money. So if Diddy offer one of the prisoners $10,000 to make this happen, that's a lot of money to some people. That is a lot of money. Okay, so you gonna give me $10,000 and I can feed my family with that while being in jail, and I only got to do like 5-6 months in jail or prison or a year or two in prison. So they don't go do nothing crazy, they don't go like take lives and all of that stuff, but that's not worth it because you're gonna be in there, so they'll do certain petty things that will get them sent to prison, things that they know will get them at least like a year or two, and out on probation or get out early for good behavior, or something like that. But the whole intention is to bring certain things in. Okay, so people will literally go break the law and get in trouble, just so they can go to prison with contraband and stuff inside of them, to give to the people. So they sneak in a cell phone or two or a decent amount of drugs, and then that gives them pool, while they're in there. So some of that money will go like on their commissary and stuff, hold them over until they get, they'll make payments will be sent to family and stuff like that. Like, they'll send his baby mama the other $6,000 or something and put $3,000 on his book, stuff like that. So this is literally what people do. This is what they do. it is easier, honestly, to just have like a CO or something, a correctional officer, do it for you. But again, not all COs are willing to risk jobs for a quick little payday, but some are. Some definitely are. You can't convince me that Diddy don't have at least 2, 3 COs in his pocket. I do feel that way. He is a powerful man. Still, even though he's still a rich man, being in there, and you can make a lot of things happen. Again, he should have been pushed into general population. His trial doesn't start until May 5th, 2025. Why is he still in a unit that only carries up to about 20 people? To me, special privilege. Because why isn't he in Gen Pop? I could see the first couple weeks keeping him on USAID watch and stuff like that, keeping him really close. Because jail can be a lot to people, shell shocking, culture shocking, just shocking. To a lot of people, especially somebody that lived how he lived, a very cozy, overly privileged lifestyle, to go to being able to walk inside of a room that's as big as a closet, a porta potty damn near, and so yeah. So I mean, I feel like he's already getting special privilege. So yeah. Moving right along, investigators seized, and this was on November 1st, 2024. Investigators seized drugs, homemade weapons, and electronic devices during what does that say? Interagency operation aimed at cleaning up the troubled New York City federal jail where Sean Holmes is being held. The Bureau of Prisons said Friday. The contraband was identified and confiscated during a multi-agency sweep that began Monday at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. The operation, which continued throughout the week, involved a Bureau of Prisons and the Justice Department Inspector General and other local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. The law enforcement operation was pre-planned and coordinated to ensure the safety and security of all staff and inmates at the facility, the agency said. It was a part of a larger safety and security initiative and not in response to any particular threat or intelligence. So they said it's just by random. We didn't do it for a specific reason. We just do it because this is what we do. Was not connected to Combs' detention, which has galvanized public interest in the jail. No criminal charges have been filed in connection with the sweep. So again, he's doing what he did before he went to jail. He's keeping his hands as clean as he can. This sweep does not mean that it didn't have anything to do with him. I think that they are doing more random sweeps because the confiscation and reports of contraband have been higher and higher. Okay? And they have to keep his name out of it. I don't feel, like I've said before on lives, that Diddy has stopped doing drugs. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like he stopped. I just feel like he using different ones. He using whatever he need to do to take the edge off. And because there's plenty of drugs in jail, in prison, plenty. And it's easier to get in prison than in jail. Jail is usually like a you get out sooner type of thing. Prison is you gonna be here for a while. Jail, you could get out, where he at, he ain't getting out. So I do feel like, because there has been they have treatment facilities and stuff like that inside of the prison. He has not taken advantage of any of those things. So if you think that I'm gonna think somebody that went to jail high, literally he went to jail high. They found paraphernalia and all of that stuff inside of his luggage at the hotel that he got arrested from. So you think he just went cold turkey? No. I don't think he went cold turkey. And if he would have checked himself inside of the treatment facility that they offer inside of prison, I think that would be documented. It's not. Because I don't think he's used it because he's still using. I don't feel like he ever stopped. I don't at all. I think he just needed to find some friends, and that takes time. To find some people to get you what you need. Okay? And yeah, I think that happened right away. I think that happened right away. I don't think it took a long time. So shout out to Megan Cunniff. She also put this on and on Twitter. Prosecutors say Sean Diddy Combs is breaking jail rules to corruptly influence testimony and potential jurors. Okay. Let's get into this. Let's get into this because this is a lot of tea. Federal prosecutors late Friday said Combs has tried to invade the law enforcement monitoring to corruptly influence witness testimony. While jailed on SEX African and Obstructing charges, including using phone accounts belonging to at least 8 other inmates. Okay, so at least 8 people they've tracked him thus far using their phones. In their opposition to Combs' renewed bail motion, prosecutors say they've interviewed dozens of jail calls from the hip hop mogul, including some in which he instructs people he's killing to add other individuals via three-way call, which is not authorized by the Bureau of Prisons. So even when he's calling on the phone that's legal, like the jail phone, please hit the like, please hit the like, over 800 people in the building, please hit the like, please hit the like. He's even, because even on the main line, you're not supposed to three-way calls. You're not supposed to have anybody click over or anything like that. You're supposed to stay on the phone with the person that you are calling, because that usually means that it is an approved person, means the court has deemed them okay to speak to, like his children, his mother, people like that. But when you talking to those people and people click over, it's like, well, who are they calling? They could be calling witnesses, could be calling victims, they could be calling illegal sources of like putting hits on people. You just never know. So, it would be better for you just not to do that at all. So he has literally rules. And all of these calls are recorded, even the phone calls from the cell phones that he has been using, because they're not burner phones. Like they're phones, like cell phones that are being snuck in there, meaning these are these inmates' friends and families and girlfriends and baby mamas and wives and, stuff who these, their name is on the phone, So crazy. So he's stupid. I'm like, what an idiot. He really thought that he was going to get away with it. But he didn't. So they just keep letting you get yourself in trouble. They just keep letting you know. Okay, so while we... Okay. In their opposition to Combs' renewed bail motion, prosecutors say they reviewed dozens of jail calls from the hip-hop mogul, including some in which he instructed people he's calling to add other individuals on the phone three. So this does not help his third attempt to get out for bail. So he did have his attorneys put in another motion to have a bail hearing to get out of jail. So the prosecution on his neck talking about some he been calling people, coercing witnesses and talking to them and trying to intimidate people since being incarcerated by using other inmates that are in jail, using their phones to do so and whatnot. Another way for them to say he does not need to get out on bail. So he's gonna it up for himself, because all he have to do is just sit back. Just sit back. It makes it, you're adding insult to injury. If you're telling the courts, the judge, that if they did let you out on bail, you're not going to try to contact anyone you're not supposed to be contacting, none of the witnesses or anything like that, you're already doing it without being released. So why would they believe you? Like, you're stupid. Why would you do any, because he feel like he can do whatever he want to do. He still look at himself as God, because the best thing to do would just be to fall back, just be quiet, wait. But you can't even wait. You doing it while you locked up. Like, you're dumb. Yes, thinks he's untouchable. Absolutely, just anticipate. So, Combs also... Did I read that right? Yes. Combs also directs others to pay inmates to use their personal access code for jail phone calls. So, he's been having outside people, his sons, his kids, pay other inmates to give them, because in jail, like with the payphone and stuff that they have to call, there's codes and whatnot that you can use for phone time, for your inmate ID and whatnot, so it shows which inmate was on the phone. So he using other inmates' phone time and their codes to where it's being linked to system that a different inmate is on the phone when he's actually on the phone. Stupid. And though all of them calls are recorded. So he think he's slick. Oh, let me, because you get 13 to 15 minutes each call or something like that. It depends on the prison you're in. But they're about that long. So he could be on the phone all day if he wanted to. If he got 8 inmates codes, and all of that, he could be on the phone all day. 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. He could be on the phone for hours if he want to. But see, he think he's slick because he feels that the other access codes that he's using for the other inmate, that he's not being tracked on the phone when the cameraman got you. Because even when on the phone, the camera's pointed right at it. There's a camera. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. For somebody to do so smart, you're dumb. You're stupid. Because that's stupid. Account deposits. According to the 30-page filing from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York in Manhattan, the defendants knows this is against the BOP regulations, which is like the jail phone calls, regulations. At the outset of each telecall, the inmate is prompted to enter his PAC number, after which an automated recording announces sharing a PAC or POC numbers is against BOP policy and is subjected to disciplinary action, the prosecutors wrote. So they have proof that it's him on, obviously, because they're recorded. So as soon as you type in the code, and whatnot, the phone automatically starts recording. So he feels like he's smart because although it's recording, you don't know that it's him. Because the BOP number, the PAC number they put in, and that he put in isn't his name. It's someone else's name. It's another inmate. Dumb. They still know it's you. It's still your voice. Idiot. So the prosecution wants something done because they like, this is disciplinary action because that is illegal. And he knows that it is illegal. He knows that it is against the rules. Not supposed to be using other people's numbers and whatnot. Prosecutors say the violations are part of Combs' effort to orchestrate a public relation campaign aimed at influencing people who may eventually serve on the jury as his criminal trial, including by enlisting his children to post videos on social media celebrating his birthday. And they say his own words prove his intent. The defendant, from within the Metropolitan Detention Center, then monitored the analytics, audience engagement, explicitly discussed with his family to ensure that the video had his desired effect on potential jury members in his case. What they're saying is he had them enact the party for him. And while that was going on, him in jail, an illegal device, watching what the audience is saying when baby love, happy birthday on you, happy you, that, to age and see how the audience is feeling about him. Okay? This is also why he had Christian take over his IG and social media. Remember how Christian said that he was going to be putting up good things about his father and like all of the good stuff that his dad has did. So if you didn't see that, Christian, hold on. You know me, I keep a receipt. Hold on. I'll keep a receipt. Where is Christian? Christian Combs. Hold on, I know I have it. Because I always keep this stuff for my survivors. Hold on, he said out of his own mouth. I know I still have it. He said he was going to be taking over social media and putting up a bunch of good things about him. Here we go. Boom. Here we go. No, Sean keeps a receipt. No, I keep a receipt. That needs to go away. Wow.
And right now, I'm taking over my pop's Instagram. We're gonna be posting videos by spreading, good energy and taking y'all down memory lane, all the positive things he did. So stay tuned. and watch this. Let's go. I love you, Pop. Happy birthday.
This was all on Diddy's birthday. So he's getting his children to speak for him. Use my media, all of that. Show everybody how good of a person I am. Persuade the jury, the people that may be selected for the jury, to watch these good things about me. So when they go in, it's like they're going in with a preconceived notion, pretty much. You know, make me look good. You know, that's why I say he should keep his kids as far. He's always used them as pawns. He don't give a fuck about these kids. He don't care about them, because when you do, you don't do this type of stuff. You don't. So this is what they're talking about, okay? So they're talking about this video.
What's up, y'all? It's King Combs. And right now, I'm taking over my Pop's Instagram. We're going to be posting videos by spreading, good energy and taking y'all down memory lane and all the positive things he did. So stay tuned and watch this. Let's go. I love you.
And then it's also, hold on, where is the video with Evil Baby Love? Where is Evil Baby Love? Where is she? Hold on, I'm gonna find her, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna find Evil Baby Love. Cause her too. She is on the chopping block as well. Actually, let me just, cause network talk has. And then this video right here.
Birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday to Daddy.
Shut up, twin.
Keep going.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Quincy.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Hurry up, Moana. So, yes. So this is what that were. They're using these videos and stuff to try to coerce, use the kids and make me look innocent, have me up on the phone with y'all, and whatnot. And I'm a girl. So during this video, he watching the comments and stuff. Okay, because they have it documented on the phone. They get to track everything, right? So he's sitting here this whole time telling them to, he might as well have been at the party. He told them to go live and do this. This wasn't their idea. He told them to do it. They got it on recording. Correct. It wasn't just them doing this out of kindness. So when something, he told them to do it. Go throw a party for me. Live. Make sure baby love, and all that, because y'all know she's an accomplice. She is part of this criminal organization. Get her to be and put on the table, and all of that. And yeah, and I'm gonna be watching the comments so that we can make sure, and then he also told Christian the same day to take over his social media. Okay, so then that's when King Combs, went live and said, I'm gonna be taking over my dad's social media. We're gonna be showing y'all all of the good stuff, and blah, blah, blah. So, girl, I cannot, girl. Hold on. Pull this back up. Let's get back into Megan Cunningham, girl. Let's get back into this. So now y'all have a little bit of context behind what this complaint is talking about. Okay, so be right here. The defendant from with the Metropolitan Detention Center then monitored the analytics. Okay, so hold on, let me read this part above it. Okay. Prosecutors say the violations are part of Combs' effort to orchestrate a public relations campaign aimed at influencing people who may eventually serve on the jury in his criminal trial, including by enlisting his children to post videos on social media celebrating his birthday. And they say his own words prove his intent. So telling him to do that, girl, these are his literal words on the phone. The defendant from within the Metropolitan Detention then monitored the analytics, audience engagement, and explicitly discussed with his family how to ensure that the video had his desired effect on potential jury members in this case. Crazy. So he's trying to fight back from jail because in the public is helping his image. So he's trying to do it himself because everybody done walked away, you know. Because it's over for him. You can Olivia Pope the situation if you wanted to. There is no fixer. It's a wrap. Okay, it's game too many. This story it's too big to bury. So okay. Besides flagrantly violating the court orders, October 25th, 2024, order prohibiting this kind of interference with a fair trial, the defendant's own words make clear that his intent is to improperly influence the jury pool in this criminal proceeding. Wow, Diddy, you're an idiot. Prosecutor's argument against Combs' release provides more details about his contacts and two witnesses. Combs' renewed petition defends his contracts with women identified in court documents as witness 2 as not in any way obstructive. But prosecutors say Combs and the witness who were bandmates, Kalina Harper, to the floor, please. That's what I feel like we're talking about. Combs reinitiated contact in 2024 after her name appeared in a lawsuit against him. So this is Kalina and Dawn, is who they're talking about right now. So they're saying that he's also been using phones to contact her. So, and then witness 2 means that they are trying to subpoena Kalina to testify. Because Dawn is going to be testifying. That's why she has not said anything. That's why it's weird for these other people that swear that they're subpoenaed, but they won't be quiet. It's like, that don't make no sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. None. None at all whatsoever. But anyways, the woman posted a statement on Instagram on September 13th. Prosecutors publicly redacted the content of the notes that say prison investigators found in Combs' cell during a pre-planned nationwide sweep of the BOP facilities. I just read y'all the information on the BOP facilities and the facilities getting sweeped, okay? And they said, oh, this doesn't have anything. It didn't have anything to do with Diddy. Lies. It absolutely had everything to do with Diddy. Because again, contraband, weapons, cell phones, drugs, all of that stuff went up when Diddy got incarcerated. Before he was incarcerated, you know, stuff that they were fine and whatnot. But it's like everybody's like trying to do whatever they can to like either impress this man or get his attention in some way, shape, or form. And again, he's used up to now 8 different inmates' cell phones and their PAC numbers to contact other people that he's not supposed to be contacting. Kalina Harper being one of the people. Okay? The prosecution is planning on subpoenaing her if they already haven't. And they name her Witness 2. Okay, that's what it says. Witness 2 is who Kalina is described as in the paper prosecution. So she coming to testify whether she like it or not. Is what it sounded like. Girl, I cannot. They also said that Diddy had information, a note, among other things, that was taken care of allegedly before the sweep. So somebody let him know. That's why I said I feel like Diddy has at least like 1 or 2 COs in his pocket. Because how would he know that? An inmate isn't going to necessarily know when a sweep is because they're done at random. But a CO would. A CO would. They do the sweeps. So they would know. If they come into work in the morning like, hey, later on at 3 we're doing sweeps. That's something they would know. Why would COs be surprised by their job? Like, because it's their job to conduct the sweeps. So I do feel like he has a CO or 2 in his pocket. I do. Prosecutors publicly redacted the contents of the notes they say prison investigators found in Combs' cell during a pre-planned nationwide sweep of the BOP facilities. The inference to be drawn from the defendant's communications with Witness 2 and his personal note is that the defendant paid Witness 2 after she posted her statement. So the note that they allegedly got wind of, he paid Kalina after Kalina put up her public statement in September. Girl. The note was basically to tell whomever he was writing it to, Helena Harper her money since she came forward and did what she needed to do. So that is another admittance that Rashard is telling the truth in her lawsuit. When she said that Kalina stood right there just like Dawn did, and why did he throw some scalding hot frying eggs onto Cassie and pulled her upstairs by her hair, she was right there. When Diddy would lock Dawn in the car and she had to call her father after he left her outside in the freezing cold in New York inside of a vehicle and told her that she may not move, that she can't go nowhere, she had to be right, she better stay right there. Kalina knew all of that stuff. So when I cuss Kalina out, y'all, trust me, I be know these people, but I be knowing these people. Like, I try to tell y'all about baby love. Y'all want to listen to that? Y'all go back to my first video about Kalina coming forward saying anything about this. I cussed Kalina out. I know she dirty. Like, she's a girl. And she lost custody of all her kids. Like, but I'm just saying, like, I was not, because people be thinking I just be wanting to be mean. Like, no, these people are evil. He paid her. Like, I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm not new to this. I'm true to it. So, yeah, it's like, I be knowing, trust me. Like, it may not come out right now, but it will. And when it will, we already on to the next. We done about it already. So I don't even need to bring up Kalina because I done already said all this. And this is on a recent video that I did on Kalina, like last month, that I did on her before this, because this information just came out about Diddy and yeah. So I think this just came out on yesterday, Friday, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. They filed the motion, I believe, yesterday on Friday. So, let's keep going. So then there's paperwork from court. It says the defendant reached out to witness 2 on September 11th, 2024, which was Kalina, and sent her a copy of the lawsuit against the defendant in which witness 2 was mentioned several times. The defendant then called witness 2 and they spoke for nearly 6 minutes. So this is Kalina. After reading the lawsuit, witness 2 called the defendant back at his request and they spoke for over 4 minutes. Evidently, the defendant and witness 2 discussed witness 2 drafting a statement. As immediately after the call, the defendant told witness 2 in text message, and they blanked out the text message so we can't see it. It must be just for the court's eyes only. The defendant then asked witness 2 for her attorney's name. So Diddy then asked Kalina who her attorney was. From September 11th, 2024 through September 15th, 2024, the defendant and witness 2 exchanged multiple texts and had multiple calls. At least 128 phone contacts in total. So they go from not speaking at all whatsoever, okay, to contacting each other via phone 128 times within days, 4 days. Within 4 days, they talked on the phone over 128 times. Correct. Throughout these phone contacts, the defendant repeatedly asked witness when she planned to post her statement. So Diddy was pressuring Kalina to post her statement. I give you this money, but you got to post your statement first. Okay? Crazy. We ultimately made a statement about the lawsuit via an Instagram post on September 3rd, 2024, which that's Kalina's post. We read that. I'm not doing it again. Then after the defendant was in custody, Diddy, BOP investigators recovered the following notes defendant's cell during a pre-planned nationwide sweep of the facilities, okay? So again, BOP investigators recovered the following notes from the defendant's cell. Okay, so they got him, okay? Just to make it public. So there is blacked out in what was said, so we're gonna skip over all that. The strong inference to be drawn from the defendant's communication witness 2 and his personal notes is that the defendant paid witness 2 after she posted her statement. So they have verifiable information proving that paid Kalina after she put up her statement. He is so narcissistic. He really do feel like he like he cannot be touched. You doing all of this behind bars. You're a fucking idiot. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Over 700 people in the building. 696 likes. Thank you so much. On track to 1,000 likes. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. That is crazy. Combs is due in court next Friday, November 22nd at 2 p.m. EST before the U.S. District Judge Aron Subramanian at the Daniel Patrick Moyen U.S. Courthouse in Manhattan. His trial is scheduled for May, but prosecutors have said they may seek a superseding indictment. He's currently charged with 3 counts of fraud, coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The racketeering charge, which carries the max sentence of life in prison, alleges criminal enterprise that began at least in or about 2009 and included trafficking, forced labor, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. The version of Combs' renewed motion for bail, filed on November 8th, is partly redacted because it cites case discovery. So that's why we can't see its discovery inside, including about alleged victims that is covered by a protective order. Okay, so there's a protective order that is protecting the information that is being stated, and that is why it is being redacted. Okay. After the discovery, I'm sure they'll remove it and we'll be able to see what it says. So he proposed release conditions include a $50 million bond secured by his home and his mother's home and co-signed by him, his mother, sister, oldest daughter's mother, youngest daughter's mother, and 3 sons. Prosecutors' opposition on Friday also is partly redacted. It says Combs uses a third-party messaging service called Contact Me ASAP to obscure his communications from jail. The defendants repeated a circumvention of BOP regulations starting almost immediately after arriving at the MDC speaks volumes about his ability to comply with any condition of release, wrote U.S. attorneys Meredith Foster, Emily A. Johnson, Madison Reddick Simser, M. Krisivic, and Mitzi Steiner. They say Combs uses the unauthorized communications to continue his efforts to obstruct and subvert this criminal proceeding. Examples of the efforts are plentiful. Prosecutors wrote, though some of the details are redacted from the public's version of the following. Examples, they're all redacted. So we can't read them, sorry. They're all redacted, otherwise I'll read them. But this isn't redacted. So notably, the defendant continued these efforts after the court's October 25th, 2024 order requested by the defense prohibiting exactly this sort of conduct. After the court entered the order, the defendant did family members to plan and execute a social media campaign around the defendant's day with the intention of influencing the potential jury in the criminal proceeding. At the defendant's carefully curated direction, the defendant's children posted to the respective social media accounts showing the defendant's children gather to celebrate the defendant's birthday. So again, like I said, he should keep his kids as far away from this as possible. You're going to look up and they are going to be the enemy. Hi, thank you for campaign, friend. You're going to look up and they're going to be the villains because it's easy to villainize them. But people want to get mad at me. No. They need to stay as far away from this as possible. Instead, he is now incriminating them. He is now involving them into things that have nothing to do with them, allegedly. But you're gonna find out is what's gonna happen to his kids because he has them because everybody else has jumped ship. So at this point in time, he has to. He don't really have to. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. He doesn't have anybody else in his corner besides these baby mammies. But he's not involving them. He's involving the fucking kids. Leave them out of it. But why would you do that? He use them as human shields. How I look at him and his children, he'll pick up Baby Love, and somebody pop on to Nino Brown, he'll put Baby Love up in front of as a bulletproof vest. Because that's what he's doing. That's how I look at it. Justin, Christian, the twins, Quincy, he putting them up as the shield. He's using them to shield the things that are coming at him. All of the hits that he should be taking, all of the fired at him that he should be just drinking in, he putting them up in front and letting them get hit instead of him. That's how I look at it. That's how I view anytime he bringing him up. But he's been doing that. Even before he went to jail, he want to put them all family photos up of them, taking them on vacations. I'm taking leave them out of it. Why are you involving them? I'm like, most parents, again, think if you were Diddy and you love your kids, you will want your kids as far away from this as possible. A parent will want their kids near this shit. Near it. Because they're already going to be guilty by association. They're already going to be crucified by association. That's already going to happen. Why make it worse? Why? Pouring salt on an open wound. Why make it worse? They need to get to some sense of normalcy as soon as possible because none of them are stars. Quincy is, I'll be sure, and Kim Porter's kid. He has done nothing in front of a camera that is going to supersede it. I already have. You're Kim Porter's son. You're I'll be sure son. That's who you are. End of story. You don't have a platinum album, a charting album, or anything like that. None of that. The TV show Star wasn't even about you. You were a supporting actor. You were the boyfriend. It wasn't about you. Let's just keep it real. Please. King Combs, I don't know why he be in the studio wasting people's time. He looked too much like his father. He is a walking trigger. A walking, talking trigger. He looked just like him. You are a walking, talking trigger. Is what you are. If I was Christian, I'd be trying to get plastic surgery. At least Quincy looked like his actual dad. I'll be sure he did nothing to be canceled for. Nothing. So I wouldn't mind looking like him. I wouldn't mind looking like him at all. But if I was Christian Combs, I would be getting off somebody's table. I absolutely would be. I don't want to look nothing like him. Like, ooh. Y'all will be looking for me. And I'll be right in front of you. I'll be right there with the kids. I'll be like, who is that? So, yeah, the twins, same thing. Diddy daughters. Kim Porter daughter. That's who y'all are. That they don't have a claim to fame, but they're famous due to association. So again, at the end of the day, their whole life is centered around who they know, not who they are. Because they're nobodies. They're Sean Combs' bastard children. That's who they are. Keep it real. Call a thing, a spade, a spade. Those are Diddy's bastard children. That is who they are. They don't have a claim to fame. They have not done anything. What the twins walking across the stage looking like they're going to pass out at any moment because they ain't ate since 2022. Trying to go in their mom's footsteps. She could have taught y'all if y'all would have told people what he was over there doing to her. Maybe we could have saved her. I don't know. Quincy say how beautiful his mom was, like he didn't realize her nose was like that with your daddy. You see the picture you put up, Quincy, today, your mom, the throwback? Her was straight. If while this happened years ago to her, girl, maybe we could have saved her. Maybe we could have did something about it. You. Just saying. Do anything for that money? Because when Diddy becomes broke, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear Christian's story. I don't want to hear Justin's story. I don't want to hear Quincy's story. I don't even want to hear from them twins. Shut the fuck up. Because y'all could have been said something instead of waiting until the well ran dry. Now since he ain't taking care of y'all no more. Now since y'all on your own. Now since y'all got to take care of yourselves. Now y'all want to write books and shit. Now all of a sudden y'all remember the screams from your mom downstairs and her telling you, oh, Sam, baby, Sam. But now y'all want to remember. I don't want to hear y'all. Because I'm going to cuss y'all the out. Every single last one of y'all. I'm going to cuss you out. I'm going to cuss the twins out. I'm going to cuss Quincy out. As fine as he, ooh, Lord. Ooh, that's going to be hard. But I'm going to cuss him out. I'm going to cuss Justin out. I'm going to cuss Misa out. I'm going to cuss Baby Love out. I'm going to cuss them all out. No, keep the same energy. Say something now, forever hold your peace. Yeah, that's how we get down. So, yeah, say something now. You have the floor. This is the time to talk. This is the time. Because we believe anything come out your mouth. Every last word. The twins say something, I'm going to be... They got my full attention. Quincy say something, full attention. John, Christian, Baby Love, full attention. But don't wait. Because waiting makes you look complicit. That's how I feel. Waiting makes it look like, just like Kalina Harper. We're saying that Kalina was paid. Not that they have proof that Kalina was paid. I feel the same way about them. Their lifestyles and all of that stuff, they don't want it to change. And now they're fearful of the change because going to jail was one of the worst things that could have happened to Diddy. He lost all of his power. He had power free. He can intimidate people free. He carried his stuff free. He can't. So it leaves him vulnerable. And not only him, his children too. Now they're vulnerable as well. You know. So it's a very fearful time for a lot of people. A lot of people are scared that Diddy has been incarcerated. You know, like the Meek Mills and the Stevie J, Ray J's, Usher. You know, people like they're afraid. Justin Bieber. Every time I read an article on Justin, I was just reading an article about how his friends and family say ever since he and Haley have had their son Jack, that they like Justin is just like a disappearing act. Like no one really sees him. Well, it's mighty weird that he had his baby around the same time Diddy got incarcerated. As much of a victim as Justin is, he's been complicit as well. Justin has demons. He does. There's things that he did that I'm sure he probably frowns upon, that he wished he would have never done. But at the time, probably just didn't feel like he had any power. You know, control to be able to say no, or I don't want to do this, you know. Yeah. So I think it's hard for him to, because I do think Justin has a lot of regret. I do. I think Justin Bieber has a lot of regret. And it's just like, how do you go about it? It's kind of like pulling off of a Band-Aid. But which one do you pull off first? You know, it's like you want to find the worst one, like Ray J. Go find the worst Band-Aid with the worst pain, I should say, that hurts the most, and take that one off first, you know, and then proceed. But when you've done a lot, it's like, where do you start? You know, will I be forgiven is the scariest part of it. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. We're going to... Prosecutors point out that his bail... Did we read that? Prosecutors point out that his bail motion doesn't meaningful address his risk of obstruction or of acts of physical violence. That the prosecutors highlight at his bail hearing with the first judge assigned to the case, U.S. District Judge Andrew L. Carter, who rejected bail after his U.S. magistrate Robin F. Tarnofsky did. While far from the only example, the video of the March 2016 incident at the Intercontinental Hotel at length in both previous hearings put the defendant's dangerousness on full display. Prosecutors were referring to the video of Combs hurting Cassie that CNN published in May. Although the defense counsel conceded that the incident was relevant to Judge Carter's determination of dangerousness, the defendant fails to address it with respect to the present motion. Prosecutors wrote instead, he repeats his prior characterization of the defendant's relationship with victim one as complex and at times toxic. So victim one is Cassie. Victim one is Cassie. And pivots to defendants' philanthropic endeavors and family relationships in an effort to distract. Prosecutors said Combs' motion rehashes the same arguments rejected by those two judges with claims of new evidence. But the defendant offers nothing new and material justifying a third bail hearing. So they said, pretty much him coming forward with this new bail hearing, there's nothing that has came forward to make us feel like we needs to be let out, like the video being fake, or they lied about him and Cassie, or the Don Rashard's lawsuit getting thrown out, or like there's nothing new. Like everything that was happening when he got denied bail, everything, the same things are happening now. It's just he's actually made things worse on end, but there, what reason do we have to let him out, Okay, no new evidence. But the defendant offers nothing new and the material justifying his third bail hearing according to the filing. In fact, the only truly new relevant video shows that the defendant has continued to engage in a relentless course of obstructive conduct designed to subvert the integrity of these proceedings. Combs' lawyers have until now, November 20th, to reply. His legal team includes Mark Agnafilia and Tenny Rose Jaragos, as well as Anna Maria Estavo of Sheer Tremonte LLP, who also is representing Combs in his civil cases. Appellant Specialist Alexandra A. Shapiro of Shapiro Arato Botch LLP, and noted New York City criminal defense attorney Anthony L. Rico. That's our lawyers. Their last filing on November 8th is to reply in support of their request that Judge Sabaramian, that's a hell of a last name, order prosecutors to disclose the defense that the names of the alleged victims. This is highly unusual in that dozens of financially motivated individuals have made false claims of SA, many of whom Mr. Combs has never met or perhaps met in passing at a party along with hundreds of others. Now, all of the people that's suing Diddy, especially you ones that are interviewing, it gives money grab. It gives money grab. 100%. Because none of you have even proven that you know him, that you've been in the same room with him. None of that. And then that lady that's being sued by, what's her name? What is her name? She's one of the, okay, what is her name? Here it is. Talia Graves. She has made this 10 times worse for anybody that's doing Diddy. She has this up for y'all. Not only is the bodyguard that is saying that she's lying on him suing her, but also her ex-boyfriend, the one who she says was aware of what Diddy did to her. She's also being sued by him. So this is not good. This is very bad. And it helps Diddy. I'm just saying. It helps him out. So anybody else that's suing Diddy, first of all, his trial is going to be the first thing that's being taken care of. So y'all lawsuits will fall onto theirs. A lot of them will get thrown out. A lot of them won't see a day in court. Again, it's chaos. And the judge won't have it. So with the majority of y'all probably gonna have to wait to file these lawsuits after he tried. after he's tried. They're not going to take any of these lawsuits seriously. The majority of the lawsuits that will be paid attention to is the ones on Diddy's team that they get thrown out. That is also why they're trying to force people to come forward and identify who they are. No more Jane and John Does. Say it now, or forever hold your peace. Shout out to Ernestine. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the Cash App. Thank you so much, Ernestine. I love you. Yeah. So they're not trying to hear it. It's way too much. Tony Busby and his clients have also worsened this situation. A lot of those people that he said were suing have came forward and disappeared. Some of them have removed the petition to sue. Not a good look. It's a circus. It's a frenzy. Just don't like chaos. They don't like chaos. So to all of the Adrias and people like that that's suing, y'all can, they will go nowhere. They will go nowhere. His was 10 times more important than y'all getting a couple dollars. That they don't care about that. I'm not saying that what you went through does not matter. You getting paid for it doesn't. Yeah. No statute of limitation really supports a lot of these claims from these people. It's another thing that makes the lawsuits really weak. A lot of them were not filed underneath the Adult Act. Again, when Cassie used the act to her advance, she was doing it during the time where you could file it. You only had a year. So a lot of people filed it late, and a lot of those lawsuits have already been thrown out. 100%. Cassie's stuck because she did it within the time frame. The Adult Survivor Act is not just something that repeatedly just goes on and on and on and on and on. No, you get 1 year. Okay? And it's only for the states that have adopted it. So if your state has not adopted it, it apply to you. But anybody can sue. You can sue somebody for anything. It doesn't mean that you're going to get paid for it. It does not. It doesn't. So a lot of these lawsuits will be thrown out. That's why a lot of these victims are doing interviews and stuff like that, because it's pretty much a wrap for those lawsuits. Tony B, a joke. You're a joke. A joke. Like a joke, because none of the people that he's having, so none of them will get justice. Not only will they get justice, none of them will get paid. None of them. None at all. Where is Tony Busby? You would think he would be one of the loudest people, louder than Gloria, that, what's her name? Allred? Gloria Allred. You think he would be louder than her. He's not. He's fallen to the wayside. He did this for clout and retainers. Lawyers don't pay back retainers. So you got all of these victims coming forward. I need your help, I need your help, I need your help, I need your help. They're paying these retainers, and him and his team doing what they need to do to fill out these lawsuits and turn them in and whatnot. That's a bag for him. So you get 15, 16 people to come in and pay $2,000 to $1,000 retainer or more and whatnot. That's bank, And he said over 3,000 people called, and he had over 200 and some, good with that, because y'all gonna need it. Because as of right now, I don't see a judge taking any of these lawsuits serious right now. None. Cassie's was taken serious because of the Adult Survivor Act, not because she just randomly decided to sue. No, not at all. So yeah. So, let's keep going. So, Submarinian already has rejected Combs' lawyer's request for a gag order against all lawyers in his case, as well as alleged victims and the counsel in civil cases, because the unprecedented relief that Combs seeks on this motion is unwarranted. Combs authorities don't support a gag order applicable not only to participants, but also to any alleged victim and their lawyer, the judge wrote in November 8th order. The judge earlier ordered counsel to comply with existing court rules regarding public statements, and he said in his new order that he'll take appropriate action for violations of the rules or this court's order. The court is now open to other tailored proposals that will help in their trial. Subramanian, is that how you say it? Right. As to the mounting civil cases against Combs, There are further steps that he can take, including seeking relief in particular cases if the parties or their lawyers have made prejudicial statements to the press, or moving to stay those cases pending the resolution of this one. Just to give examples. One civil plaintiff already has publicly identified herself after the judge assigned her to lawsuit decline, reconsider her decision that she can't proceed anonymously. The 5-page order, so this is also speaking to people that are suing just in general. It will be best for you not to speak. It's hard for me to take the Adrias and people like that seriously, because you shouldn't be saying anything. Nothing. I just faced a lawsuit with an idiot over here on YouTube for no reason. They were suing me for no reason. Just dumb. Just an idiot. And I didn't talk about the case at all, because that is what my lawyer told me. My lawyer said, do not speak of it. Do not. Do not speak of the person either. Do not talk about it. Don't say a word. If you have questions or you need to talk about it, call me and we can talk. Don't say anything, because it can be used against you, and not just during, after. So if that person wanted to sue me again or some stupid shit like that, depending on what I said after, that could be used against me too. Okay. So it would be best to say nothing. So why would I take anything of these people that are suing Diddy, that are coming forward doing interviews and stuff like that? Why would I take them seriously? Because do you want justice for what happened to you? Or is this a money grab? Is this a money grab? You can't pay a person for trauma. Please hit the like, please hit the like, hit the like. There is no price for trauma. There isn't. Diddy could cut them a check now, and if they went through what they said they went through, those problems will still exist. They'll still exist. They won't go anywhere. Not at all. So what is this about? Yeah. I find that weird. I find that weird. Because if Diddy sends people after these people, which is how with these phone calls and stuff, that he has been sending people after people, what are they going to do? What are they going to hit up these YouTubers that they've been interviewing with? What are they going to do? If somebody's threatening to enter your home, if somebody's threatening to hurt you, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your child, your grandchild, if they're threatening to hurt or harm these people, what are they going to do? See, they wouldn't even know that they need to threaten to harm those people if y'all wasn't around here. Correct. Diddy could still sue y'all. Say your case gets thrown out, he could still sue you. You. Defamation, on top of stuff, while he is facing a trial, and all of that, staining his image, tainting the jury and stuff like that. Because these lawsuits and stuff, the jury has definitely heard about them. Whoever is being chosen, they know about these lawsuits. They don't know about nothing else. They know about those things. And the raids, the lawsuit, the raids, the Cassie video, they definitely know about those things. Whoever gets chose for it. Oh, again, why would I believe anything these people say? Why would I be doing commentary? I don't care what they say. Good luck to them, because they're going to need it. I don't care. So again, I'm focused on the people that want justice, that for the things that happened to them. So shout out to Cassie. Cassie could have took that money and ran. She did not have to comply with the prosecution. She did not have to comply. She didn't have to do any of those things. None of them. Even with being subpoenaed, she can still plead the fifth. Also, no, she wanted to help. She wanted to. She chose to. Because that's a way of getting justice. Not no check. Not a check. So to say Cassie inspired people, was she inspired you to sue? Or did she inspire you to get him put behind bars? Because if, I'm going to put it to you like this, as a victim, if Diddy was the person that victimized me and I was suing him prior to him getting arrested, I would drop my lawsuit just because he's in jail. Because my lawsuit would have never done that. It would have never done that. Talia Graves' lawsuit wasn't going to put Diddy in jail. It wasn't. When everybody in the lawsuit suing her. The man she said did it to her with the Diddy suing her. The man she said that was aware, the man that she was dating at the time, that was aware of all these things that Diddy allegedly did, he's supposed to be suing her too. Like, so is this about money? Talia, is this about money? Is giving money grab? 100%. People that are silent, I support and respect. Because the trial hasn't even started yet. It hasn't even started. And you got all of these people running around trying to collect clout off this situation. Weird. I just find it weird. I'm not interested in talking to these people and doing commentary on what they're saying. I'm not interested. Just like what's her name? The girl that we just did a video on the other day. I don't necessarily believe in it. Tania. Is that her name, Tania? Yeah, I don't necessarily believe a word that comes out of her mouth. See, a lot of people want to force her to be something other than what she is. People are like, oh, she's nervous. She's nervous. People get that way when they lie too, right? And then you have to look at a person's character. How is Tania sitting here acting like she's sad and actually seeing little people or children or whatever at these places when your daughter out here a trick? Your minor daughter is being passed around from grown man to grown man to grown man to grown man. But you got the audacity to be sitting in here in front of Harvey and have it for other people's children, but you ain't even got nothing for your fucking own. But I'm supposed to believe what's coming out of your mouth. No, you're a fucking liar, is what you are. You're trash. You're trash. You're absolute, total, utter, unfit trash. End of story. I believe a word that comes out of her mouth. Not a word. No punctuation, nothing. Yes, Janae. That's my underbelly. Yeah. That's so I'm not, you know, because I listen to things with a different pair of ears. I'm supposed to sit here and believe you, even believe that you even care about seeing. No, it gives clout. It gives you want to be seen. You want to be heard. That's all. You're tired of people looking at you for the unfit that you are. So maybe now I'm viral and people are talking about me being at a Diddy party because I said that I was at a Diddy party before. Those are worse. She hasn't proven it. She's never proven she was anywhere near Diddy. And I don't understand why people feel like they don't have to. I am all for Diddy going to jail. I'm all for him staying there. But I'm not for people lying on him. That is not cool. That's supporting taking a black man down instead of just letting him go down for the things that he did to other people. It does not mean enter. It does not mean that. To me, that is disgusting. It's deplorable. How can y'all even sleep at night? Like, he's going to go down. Y'all coming for lying and making up things. Y'all gonna help him. Y'all could possibly help him get off if you 6 people on the stand that's telling the gospel truth, and then they done talk to 5 or 6 people that done lied, and like, how can a judge make a real decision? How can the jury make a real decision if they don't know what's real and what the fuck is fake? How can they make a decision? Because y'all want to play for clicks and views. I want to force involvement. So look at me, look at me, look at me. I don't respect it. I don't respect it. I don't believe people like Adria or anybody like that. I feel like all of y'all should be shut up. What are y'all talking for? Because you pay attention to? And then it says a lot about your character if he allegedly R-worded you and all of that stuff that you will want to be known that way. Most victims do not. Y'all really think Cassie won't know what happened to her? Like, y'all, do you really think she want to be looked at that way? Regardless of somebody forcing her to do it or not. Do you really think that she want daughters and stuff to know that she slept with all of these men and women and this and that and was doing this? And do you really think that? Do you really think she wants that video of her being pummeled? And do you really think that? Wants to be viewed that way? Nobody. It's humiliating. But then you got these other girls, they want to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, yep, I was R-worded. Oh, yep, I was gang. Oh, yep, I was unconscious. Oh, yep, I was. Oh. This is not a badge of honor. Yep, I saw this person, and it was kid. Yep. And I was like, do y'all hear yourselves? This is not a game. But y'all turning it to one. Anybody suing Diddy shouldn't be speaking at all. You should be shutting the up. Especially when it seems like he's targeting people. Telling people to, let me pull that up. Get rid of pizza boxes and this stuff. Recycle them and all of that. But no, they don't care about it because y'all could be the pizza he's talking about. While y'all running around here from platform to platform, look at me, look at me, look at me. Y'all the recyclable, because he ain't talking about sweetie. He not talking about me, sweetie. I can promise you that. Hold on, let me pull it up. Where is it? Another recording right here. That got out on Diddy, right here.
What up? Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. Alright. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes.
He talking to one of his sons. It sounds like he talking to Justin.
Over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
He said get rid of all of the pizza boxes. Make sure you recycle the ones like we talked about. Who he talking about? He be talking about churn. He about victims that's still underneath his power and control. He could be talking about you. It's a reason Diddy wants all of the people that are suing to be named. It's a reason for that. And my girl. No, this is not AI. I've seen people saying that this may be AI. How, when we have proof for even from Megan Cunniff that he has multiple people's inmates' phones to call people. And he's saying pizza boxes and stuff like that, you know. Not everybody that say pizza is affiliated with children. Now, y'all really got to come out of that. Y'all think that's a really closed-minded individual, you know, to think that way. You know, they may say pizza for children. He could be talking about something completely different. Pizza is not universal. That to me, that is such an ignorant way of thinking. Like it really is. You know, I have code words for things, but I don't talk about children in my code words. So one of my code words just so happen to be pizza. You may take it from Pizzagate and all of that, but that don't mean that's what I'm talking about. So that's you having police looking for something over there when they should be looking over here. You know. That's just how I feel about the word. You know, yeah, you could be looking over here for children and but that ain't what I'm talking about. So now you all over here looking at the park for nothing. You should be over at the cemetery because that's what my pizza means. My pizza means cemetery, but you all over here daycares and all of that. That's on you. You looking all in the middle of the street. There's tunnels underground and then people go walking through them at the moment. That's you. That's you. You know, so I mean, hey, Yeah, I mean, you could associate it with that, but that it does not mean that. It really doesn't. We don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I do believe it's AI. It is Diddy. It 100% is Diddy. I don't think it's AI. I have reasons to believe it is AI. It's his voice, and he is speaking in code on phones. We know that he's been having multiple phone calls and calling people that he's not supposed to be calling, three-weighing people in on calls, all of that. And he was allegedly talking to one of his sons. It sounds like he was talking to Jess, in my opinion. He was talking to his son. I did see rumors of it being AI, but why wouldn't this makes him look extremely bad? Why wouldn't people? The AI fit to me is like Diddy fans saying that it's AI. Because what proof we have that it's AI? We don't. There's no proof that this is AI. None. And what just got found out that he's been on cell phones and using other people's phone times and stuff like that, it could absolutely be real. 100%. Now, what he's exactly talking about, who knows? Only he knows, but he could definitely be talking about a lot of these victims, a lot of these lawsuiters, that's running around from platform to platform. He could be talking about Hagwar Wright. As far as I'm concerned, who knows? He could be talking about anybody.
What up? Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over phone.
Why would that be AI? That sounds completely plausible. Do not. None of this nonsense, and don't say nothing over the phone. Sounds like something he would say. That's not just like it. I will see if he said, "Yeah, I did do this to everybody. I do got an underground tunnels." That I would be like, okay, maybe that's AI. I would understand that. But why would something completely plausible? Why would that be AI? I don't get it.
Alright. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
Whatever he's talking about is eagle ass. Okay, I believe he said this. I do. I do. I believe he said it. I believe he said it. I do.
What up? Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone.
Alright.
I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's fake. I'm gonna need some proof.
What up? Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone.
Alright.
I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
What?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all think. Now, Twitter is saying that, it may be AI, not that it is AI. They said it may be. I have seen no source confirm it's AI. As far as I'm concerned, it's real. As far as I'm concerned, I feel like it's real. And I believe it was when he typed in and used somebody else's name, the BOP system, because if you listen, you can hear other inmates in the background. So this wasn't a call him using somebody's phone from like inside of his jail cell, or something like that, which is another reason why I feel like is him talking while he slowed himself down while he was talking. One, people in the back, you want to make sure that you can be heard, and two, you don't want to. Like, you don't want everybody to pizza boxes. What are you talking about? Because there are other people around on the phones and stuff too. And there's lines to get on the phone as well. But he only lives in a unit of like 20 inmates. So that's another reason why you can still like fluently hear him, because it's not like Gen Pop to where there's a whole bunch of people inside of there. So, and again.
Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone.
Now, another thing too, it makes me think he could be talking to Christian, because Christian calls him Pops. Justin calls him Poppy. So he could be talking to Christian. So it's either Christian or Justin who he's talking to, but I think maybe it's Christian.
But yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza.
The what? This is another reason why I feel like it's a real phone call. Because he couldn't hear him. The what? Like, if this was AI, why would we need to hear it again? When they just let it rock? If it was a fake phone? When they just let it rock? Hold on.
Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
Judah, not I dated a drug dealer. I know this around. Judah, I cannot. Sean, I dated a drug dealer. That's real, Sean. Sean, I know them calls when I hit them calls. I cannot.
The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah.
And what y'all think the recycling the plastic mean? I mean, he could be talking about children. I know all about gay. I know all about it. He could absolutely be talking about children. And these lawsuits and a lot of the people that came forward, they've stated underage and children. They have. So I'm not exempting it. I'm just saying, is this what he talking about? Could he be talking? He could still be talking about something different. You know, in Pizzagate, people were specified by all type of stuff: hot dog, pepperoni versus sausage pizza. So it was other stuff that was like added to it. You know, with this. It's not this. It's some of the same lingo, but not the same like lingo. Like it's not the same exact lingo. So I don't know. I'm asking y'all. You know, it could be. I'm just saying, don't let your mind go straight to that. Open your mind up. Like it could be something completely different that he's talking about. Because even during this game, I didn't hear nothing about like recycling or anything like that. Like that's new. I've never heard of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What up? Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like talked about. Yeah.
I think he could be talking about the FO tapes. But again, this just shows how much he knows. The sons know a lot. That's why they're not in these lawsuits for a reason. Christian got a lawsuit against him. Justin got a lawsuit against. Like they know a lot. But everybody want to look at the kids as innocent. Not so much. Not so much.
What up? Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah.
I wonder what that means. Y'all know I'm nosy. Judah, that don't sound like coincidence. Don't do that. Talk about the code and then they are aware of his truth. Could be true. Could be true. Could be true. I can't believe he did this. I know stupid. This was very stupid. Very stupid. Him talking to people at all. It's about stuff like this. It's stupid. Him using other inmates' POC numbers, PAC numbers, and whatnot to use the BOP to call. Stupid. All of this is stupid. But this is what happens when you feel like you've lost control. See, the majority of these attorneys that he has are new attorneys. because lawyers are crooked, are crooked. But a lot of these attorneys that he have are new, so they don't know how the game go, and he don't know if he can trust them as of yet. Although confidentiality, and whatnot. But still, at the same time, it protects you so far. It does not protect against the crime. So if you are committing a crime and like bringing your attorney up to date, you're committing and whatnot, like due to law, they can tell on you, and not be like this or anything like that. Christian is going to be a co-conspirator. Baby Love too. Baby Love too. The twins too. I've always believed in my heart's heart the viral video of Ava Combs that they did with her is because people started to notice. People started like, why is she always around those kids? And it wouldn't be a problem with her parents. The problem is that you didn't see any parents. So for Diddy to have her come forward and say that he adopted her, saw her, in the neighborhood and whatnot, and, decided to bring her to his, why all of that needed if she has parents? Why is that a joke? Why is that a joke? If your daughter was friends with the Combs twins and they would hang out over there, your daughter would hang out over there, do you really think it would be funny if Diddy went live and had her say that she was a Scorpio and that he adopted her? Nobody in the video says, just kidding, this is a joke, we're just playing, she has her own mother and father. Nobody says that. Instead, they're smiling, giggling, and laughing. I won't want some grown-ass man kissing my daughter on the side of her face, all of that in the video talking about he adopted her. That is weird. Why is this a joke? When has Diddy been a prankster? Besides acting like he could rap and dance. When has he ever been a ha-ha-he? He's actually known for being viciously mean and emotionless. All the making of bands and all of that. He was actually really mean. Nothing nice about him. So yeah, I don't understand. But you also have to think this, because again, I'm a realist. So if things were happening to Ava, if Ava was being hurt or harmed, essayed, anything like that, right? How innocent are the twins? How innocent are they? If they knew what were happening to her, or was the decoy of why people shouldn't expect anything, how innocent are they? Asking for a friend. If the twins knew something was happening to your daughter, and your daughter was over there hanging with them on a consistent basis, and she was being essayed or sold to people or affixed and things like that, would you not be mad at them? Would you not this for your kid? Would you not feel like something, legal happening to them, wouldn't that be justice too? Or would you just want something to happen to their father? I would want everybody arrested. I know it's deep. Oh, you want to look at them as innocent victims, but sometimes people just simply aren't. Some people just are not victims. What you saying? So yeah, I want something done to all of them. I don't give no damn if that was minors or should have thought about that. Don't have nothing to do with me. All of y'all hurt her. So I would want something done to all of you. I would not like, lenient, none of those things. Lock them up and throw away. The only one I would have any sympathy for would be Baby Love. She would probably be the only one because she's a baby. You know, she's a baby. So I would literally look like an innocent, you know. But everybody else, guilty. Everybody, including the twins. I don't care that they're 17. So, and if they were recruiting people, bringing females around, female friends and stuff, blah, blah, blah. If they were the decoys, like if the young girls that they were flying around and flying country to country and stuff like that, if they used them as the twins as friends, you know, they're actually here hanging out with her, you know, all of that and hanging out with them. Yeah. Lock them up, as far as I'm concerned. Same thing with Christian, same thing with Justin. If they are people of bringing females and males, you know, around. One of Christian's friends, not Christian, Justin, one of his friends got pow-powed in a studio by either him or his father. How was Justin innocent at all when he was in the bathroom? There's proof that that man was shot. It's proof. There's proof that Diddy and Justin were the last two in the studio bathroom with said victim. Before they went in the bathroom, he was unharmed. When they all came out the bathroom, he was harmed. So then one of them didn't. We don't know which one. It could have been Justin or it could have been Diddy. What makes Justin so innocent? Whether he did it or not, either way, you're an accomplice. You watched your father pow your friend. This is your friend. Who will be testifying against Diddy. He said that he said if subpoenaed, he will testify. He will be. This didn't happen in New York. It happened in Florida. New York will not be the only place Diddy's tried. Yeah. Diddy will be locked up for a long time. Long time, buddy. A long time. He still has charges to face in Florida. He still has charges to face in California. Remember, this was a simultaneous raid. It starts in New York because of Cassie. Cassie truly got the ball rolling. And the majority of her charges that happened to her were in New York. So yeah. Long time coming. Long time coming. Absolutely. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Did the friend left the earth? No, he's still here. He's alive. He made it. He is alive. He was shot in the leg. He is still alive. And he did state, even in the lawsuit, it was stated that if he is subpoenaed, he would testify. And also the people that were outside that saw Diddy's entourage bring the victim outside. Yes, he was pow-powed in the bathroom, and they laid him in front of the studio, on the side of the studio on the front, and said that it was a drive-by. Although no shell casings from a weapon or anything was found outside because it didn't happen outside. It happened indoors, in the studio. And take that man outside and basically just like throw him out there and call the police and said it was drive-by. And they did. It was reported. The police did come. There was witnesses that allegedly said that they did hear pow-powing, but they didn't say that it was happening, that it happened outside. But there were witnesses that said that, and those same witnesses stated that they would testify too, that they saw him be brought out. Correct. They saw him being brought outside. It didn't happen out there. It happened in Target. So yeah. It's deep. It runs real deep. It absolutely does. I've been alive a long time. Y'all is what I was gonna get into this other tea. I was gonna get into this other tea. Guess y'all gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Guess y'all gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Y'all gonna have to wait till tomorrow. We will be, y'all having a coffee? Yeah, we need to do a coffee. We need to do a coffee, girl. We need to do a coffee, girl. Okay, yeah, we'll probably see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're probably. So, no, let's get into it. I cannot. We'll do it tomorrow because I've been, you know, for a long time. Y'all know I don't like my playbacks to be like crazy long. But we've been live for like what, 2-3 hours? It's been a while. But we had a good conversation. It was a good show. I had fun with y'all. I had fun. It was the Chris Breezy part because I didn't expect to talk about Chris Breezy. I didn't expect to talk about Chris Breezy and my boo boo Rihanna. Like, I didn't plan on talking about them. But I know a lot about that situation. So, did you apologize to Michael? I don't know. Apology, girl, gross. What would I apologize to him for? I don't owe him no apology. He better talk to somebody if he want an apology. Apologize to Chris for what? Like, what would I apologize to him for? I didn't do nothing. So what I'm saying sorry for is society. I'll let society do the yeah. Yeah. I didn't say anything to him. But yeah. So thank you for gracing us with your. Oh, Tammy, you're so sweet. Yeah. So. Oh, Island, I love you. So yeah, we'll go over to coffee. Give me like 15 minutes. I don't have no topics, but I'll find some. So give me like 15 minutes to put some topics together for coffee. And then we'll go live over there. Does that sound good? That sound good? Give me like 10, 15 minutes. I love today's show too. It was a good show. I love bouncing off of y'all. We have a good time. We do. We have a good time. Y'all be knowing a lot of stuff. I be knowing a lot of stuff, girl. And then we just be using it together. So, yeah. I need to talk. Yes, you do collect, girl. You sure do. You sure do. Yeah, it was a good show today. Today was a great show. I had a good time. It was I like when I just get to be like laid back, you know what I'm saying? Just talk, you know. I love those shows. And we get a little key at the same time. I love those. So I love you guys. I will see y'all. No, I don't know how to. Yeah, you can come to Discord. Discord, we can give you all the tea that you need on coffee. They're pretty sweet. Sometimes. The checkables on plastics. Yeah, be careful. Be careful. So I love you guys. I will see y'all over there on coffee in about 15. Okay, I love you. To the next show. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for all the super stickers, liking the video, subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. Oh my God, I love you guys. So until the next show.